did Atsu.
Okay, here we go. This is the TLDR. Like, MTash is literally going to drop the TLDR right here.
Yo, MTash, can you take it over, man? Just be as fair as possible as you always are.
Oh, so much drama,
I'm gonna sewer
Cupcake.
you, Tectone. You made a big
MTash
mistake
is about to give the TLDR right here.
Yeah. Anyways, just, you got this.
All right. Hey, how you doing?
I don't.
Peace, boys.
All right, see you later,
Yeah,
man.
see you,
All right, later, Tectone.
All right, so I've talked to everybody. I've kind of read everything, and
Okay.
I tried to be as unbiased as I can and try to understand. So, the quick and dirty lore is the first things that I saw from Braxophone. As soon as I saw his post, I was looking at it, and I was like, do you know what? This sounds like mistakes I've made in my past. A little too eager to talk to creators about content and interjecting myself as like, hey, these are my colleagues. These are other people that I can relate to. Maybe they want to be friends. And I ended up getting blocked by some creators in the past in the Destiny community. And thankfully we hashed it out. But I understand that, like, just because we cover the same game, like, we don't have to be friends.
Yep.
We don't have to be close. But it's hard not to, especially in life, when it's like my dad doesn't understand YouTube. I can't talk to my dad about it. It's hard not to see someone who's in that industry and be like, yo, it's finally someone to talk to, right?
Yeah.
So I saw that side of it. And then I also saw Atsu's side of it, where it's like, I don't even know this person. They're coming up, interjecting themselves in this relationship, or like into these conversations. And it's like, I don't know you. Why are we talking about numbers? Why are we talking about other stuff and shutting it down? And so I listened to both and I saw both. And the tough thing is this is a situation where there have been some big allegations, as you were saying, is like, some of them are saying, well, Atsu stopped people from getting sponsorships. And it's like, but is there proof of that? Because that is a massive allegation. And I don't think anyone has that answer. Did Atsu shut down a sponsorship and cause someone to lose money? No one can know that for sure. There is no, unless there is a DM that gets leaked, you could never know that.
What do you think? What do you think the probability of that is?
It's really tough to say because, you know, when I discussed with him,
I think this is when Brax is in the call.
I went to bat for you with HoYo.
What's up, Dogi?
It's like, well, if you even consider yourself powerful enough to go to bat for me to get me unblacklisted, then wouldn't you have the power to go, hey, don't ever work with this person? Because I'm sure, Asmon, or Zach, whatever you want me to call you,
sure.
if you reached out to Mythic Talent, or you worked with a big brand and said, yeah, do not sponsor this person. I've heard behind the scenes they kick puppies. They're probably going to take that pretty damn seriously and listen, right? Even if you're not best friends.
Oh yeah,
even
I've been watching this since yesterday. This is
in bed with
I just kind of want to go back and listen to this part because I wasn't streaming.
Puts that word
you're
out
poisoning
there.
the well. I understand what you're saying,
right?
But is your relationship with HoYoverse better?
No.
Mine?
Yes.
With them? Oh, they hate me. They hate me. I'm blacklisted beyond black.
Would that not imply that Atsu doesn't have the power?
My argument would
or
be,
it could just be that he is so beyond.
They hate me so much that Atsu couldn't fix it.
It's beyond his repair. I understand.
Yep.
Okay.
But with Braxophone, who was being invited to some things, if he doesn't anymore, maybe it's enough to stop that. So that's where the allegations potentially come from, is like, well, I was going and now I'm not. It's hard not to think, well, Atsu hates me, now I'm not invited, was he the cause? And so that's where I think a lot of the allegations come from. But again, it's hard to prove it.
Well,
it's hard to say he actually did it.
So this is how I see it, right? Is that I see it through this lens. And I have, like, now I've seen the videos, and there are videos of Atsu saying basically, and I would ask Atsu, were these events, these Genshin events, sponsored by at this Anime Expo and at Gamescom? Because it seems like they are. That's because it's his first line is thank you to HoYoverse. So I believe that they are. So if Atsu has the ability to connect to he is basically the master of ceremonies for these events.
Feel free to do that,
and
Doki.
then he is also probably
we are going to be playing Star Rail,
good
but I just want to
degree
catch up on this real quick.
Involvement of who goes to the events. He is indirectly a gatekeeper to interacting with this company.
Yes.
Because if he invites the same person, then also these people, I would assume, like, I don't know how HoYoverse does things specifically, but a lot of these companies, if you're going to do a show with them or something like that, they're going to be the ones they're going to fly you out. They're going to have all your information. They're going to be connected to you. They're going to be talking to you. I know that, like, for example, like I did Allcraft at BlizzCon, and I got flown out there by Blizzard completely.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
I feel like, and in doing so, that got me closer to Blizzard. Even though I wasn't paid for them, or sorry, I wasn't paid by them directly, I was just participating in an event. So
Right.
I do think that, like, at this point, what is really problematic here is that Atsu can theoretically not necessarily control, but heavily influence who is on their radar. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, and I've seen that stuff happen in the past. One time when I was casting an event, because I used to do like some shout casting here and there, someone was like, "Who would be a really good choice?" And I had the decision of like, I can say Dr. Lupo, who ended up going and doing it with me,
Sure.
or I could say someone else, and you know, so we do have those situations where our influence can cause someone to get a gig and someone not to, right? So, if you want, like, I'm sure we could get Atsu in here if you want to ask him directly, because from what I'm seeing, you want the facts, you want the proof. Okay. And so I'll see. Can I just add someone in like that?
Yeah, you just have to click the plus thing, and then it should add them to the call.
Because if you want to go through the facts, if you want to just go into it, like, I think that's fair and everything. So I'll just add him in here.
Right. I think I'm not ready to.
Brax.
Sounds good, man. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for coming on and talking about it.
Yeah, sorry, Brax.
You know,
I didn't even think about
I
that.
know
it's all good.
I kind of brought you into this, and you know, this is kind of a big thing for you. I get it, man. So thanks a lot for talking about it, and I do really appreciate it. Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, I'll catch you guys later.
See you. Okay. You want me to just like I will? Okay, no, he's in the call. Yo, what up?
Hello.
Hey, okay, so the man of the hour, the
yes,
the public enemy #1.
Definitely
yes,
the public enemy.
I did hear you called me a rat, but
it did
I
seem
understand
like,
where you're coming from.
but you were doing some things that seemed to be
No. I think that's fair, but I also just want to be very thankful to you that you did challenge every statement. And,
I mean,
you know, you
was he
asked me
wrong?
for proof.
No, I don't
just
think
feel
so.
like that hasn't been around today, so feels kind of bad.
Oh,
but yeah.
I mean, like, I get it. I will give everything a fair shake. And so the first thing I want to ask is, so you had these two events. There was the event at Gamescom, the event at
they're both sponsored. Yeah.
Did you get paid for them?
I did get paid for them. Yeah.
Did HoYo and I if there's anything that's NDA, you can just say it's NDA. I can't tell you, and I will shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Did HoYoverse pay for? Or did HoYoverse directly interact with the people that you because I'm assuming you suggested people for the event, right?
No.
What?
Oh.
So, wait, what are we talking about? Sorry, let me. Okay, sorry. Could you? Wait, what are you talking about?
Okay,
yeah, bro, I don't
in
trust a
all of
word
these
this
sponsored
motherfucker
events
says. I
you've done
swear
for
to God,
HoYoverse,
I do not.
Did you have any sort?
I have your stream up right now, and you have the Gamescom one, right?
And also the Anime Expo one too. Did you have any sort of control over or
no,
any?
For both of these, I was actually added very last minute.
Okay. So
you had
no control and no feedback and no interaction at all with any of the people that you were being added in with. Is that correct?
All right, that was me.
Yes. So
you guys can't even hear that.
Like,
Never mind.
If I was speaking to HoYoverse staff or other content creators.
If you were speaking to HoYoverse staff.
No, yeah, I was added in as one of the last people for both of these events.
So for both of those events. Okay, so for any other event that you did with HoYoverse, did you ever give them any sort of like say, oh, hey, I think you should bring this person, or I like this person? Did they ever ask you that?
No, but there is one instance, and this is the one that Brax is talking about in his document, where I sent an email to HoYoverse. I pitched to them like, oh, all these content creators are coming to Anime Expo. Like, are you guys doing anything? And a bunch of us are going to be in a singular Airbnb so we can do content for you. So I pitched them like an idea of what to do. That was like a very, very long time ago. I think that was the first Anime Expo that like content creators went to for Genshin.
Sure.
So Genshin did not do anything with that until I think Honkai.
Zach has been trying to mediate and try to get to the bottom of it.
That was the initial
Honestly,
intention, from my understanding.
He cooked
And
Atsu
because
hard.
we were already conveniently together in one Airbnb, they took us on. And this is the one where Brax is saying I took a pay cut, but I think he's confusing this with another convention, which is a Filipino convention called Conquest, which is one that I did take a pay cut for, and I directly went to the con organizer, and I was like, this content creator would be good, this content creator would be good, and kind of like a pseudo agent. And it wasn't
so
just like
that
Genshin
literally
content. I went
so
through a bunch of
proves
creators,
So
yeah.
let's
every
go back
point
to the Honkai
that
thing
people have been
first, and
making.
then we can talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the pay cut. So the first thing is that with Honkai Star, is this Honkai Star Rail, I'm assuming?
Honkai Star Rail,
So you did in fact influence them. It's just that you didn't.
Yeah, he just
influence them
someone in
at
chat
the
just said
time
self-report.
that you
He literally
attempted
just
to. Is that
self-reported
correct?
himself.
Because you're saying that they used the list and they took your advice, but they didn't do it at the moment that you asked them to, but they then later on came back and then did it. Is that correct?
Oh, no. I emailed them, and I said that we're going to be in Anime Expo,
Yes.
or we are thinking of going to Anime Expo. Like, is there something we can do here? So none of this was set in stone until they specifically said yes to XYZ creators that were going to be in this house. Because like not everyone in the Airbnb ended up sponsored, and other people also were sponsored that weren't in the Airbnb and that weren't.
So did they
part of
make?
the
So
group.
they made decisions on the people who would and would not be allowed in.
Yes, they're the ones that made the decisions.
And so because they made that decision and you found that out, that implies that you provided the list.
I gave them a list of people that would be in our Airbnb,
Yes.
but that was not everyone that was sponsored.
Right, of course, because some of them weren't given the approval. But it does imply that you were the list giver.
No. Sorry, I mean like some of the people who are not content creators related to the Airbnb were also sponsored.
Sure.
Zach rolling
Yeah,
his
of
eyes
course,
there,
right?
getting
I'm
annoyed.
not saying that you had complete control,
Yeah.
but you did have a degree of control because you provided them a list of people, and then they made decisions off of the people on the list. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so you did provide a list to HoYoverse, and then HoYoverse did sponsor people or not sponsor people, but HoYoverse made their own decision off of that, but that decision was informed by your initial list. Is that correct?
Yeah, he
Partially,
influenced.
yeah,
He
Okay.
influenced
So
it.
you did control it to a degree.
Yep. If he says
I
no,
would
I
say
swear.
yes, I did.
Okay.
control
Okay.
that to a degree.
Thank God he
Right,
actually.
All right,
You know,
so
owned up
that
to
makes
that.
sense. And now let's go back over to what was the thing that you were talking about after that?
This pay cut thing.
Okay, the pay cut.
I think
So
he's
who-
just confusing that with something else.
Sure. Well, let's talk about the pay cut. Who got paid?
That is, well, I think everyone who went on the Conquest thing got paid.
By who?
I got paid as well, but I got so Conquest, the Filipino convention, they paid people and flew them out.
So Conquest paid you, not HoYoverse.
Oh, the Conquest has nothing to do with HoYoverse.
It's a
That's why I'm
third-party
saying I
company.
think
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
still
yeah. We get it.
confused.
Moving
What
on.
was the event?
It was a convention in the Philippines.
What
Yeah,
was the
exactly.
nature of
The
the
stuttering is like he's getting caught up in a lie,
just
and he's trying to
popular
like
media,
quickly
like
come up
gaming,
with something to
anime,
say to cover his
Just
ass.
pop culture.
Okay. And so and does Conquest have a relationship with HoYoverse?
No,
Okay.
they're completely
But
unrelated.
they do though because they get
Okay.
sponsorship opportunities for creators for HoYoverse.
So can you
But
explain?
HoYoverse had a
yeah.
booth there, right?
No, they did not have a booth there.
Why
So
would they
did
fly you
HoYoverse
out?
fly you out to be like just creators there to like be like,
No,
oh my
it
God,
wasn't
they did-
It wasn't HoYoverse. Conquest is a Filipino
Okay.
convention that has nothing to do with HoYoverse.
Right, but they paid you to fly
Yeah,
out.
so Conquest paid us.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and how? Why exactly did you take a pay cut? Could you explain a little bit of that to me?
Well, the Filipino economy is not as strong as like like the American standard for sponsorships. It's definitely a big mismatch because of the currency conversion. So,
Yeah.
but I really wanted this to be a thing. So I was like, okay, if I slash my own pay, would that be fine for like the overall budget you're willing to allocate for the group of people that are going?
Okay.
Yeah.
And why did you want to slash so you slashed your own pay to get other people in that you wanted to get in? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking. Okay, go ahead.
Like if you, the only thing I'll say is like if you're able to influence conquest by slashing your own budget to get people there, like does that also not show like shit? We've got a lot of power to influence who does get jobs and who doesn't, and like that's why people are linking it together. Of like, well, whatever Atsu says.
You almost hear him make excuses.
I
Yeah.
apologize. I was a little bit distracted. I was just trying to find out to see if this is actually true. This was the Conquest 2023. Is that correct?
2022.
Okay. Well, now we're gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to find that one then.
Sorry.
Well, in 2023 at least, it does seem like they had a lot of Genshin Impact stuff. Now, was this sanctioned by HoYoverse? It's hard to say. I don't really know the nature of the relationship, but it does seem like HoYoverse was aware of this, and so, and I assume that probably like they wouldn't have voice actresses coming from Genshin Impact, a voice actress coming from Genshin Impact, like representing herself as a voice actress from Genshin Impact, probably unless there's at least some sort of, understanding there. I could be wrong, however.
I think the two voice actresses that came were because they were Filipino.
Yeah. Okay. I see that. Okay. Well, I can't really see anything explicitly that HoYoverse sponsored the event. I'm not sure. And so basically you took a pay cut from this event in order to bring in other people. And the people that were brought in because of your pay cut, were they people that you suggested?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
Okay, so then you influenced
at that point, you did have the power to do that, but that wasn't something that necessarily had to do with HoYoverse itself.
Yeah, well, it was more like I pitched a group of people.
Right, yeah, sure.
Before.
Yeah, I get it.
And they were like, okay, we want this one, this one, this one.
So, why do you hate Brax?
Oh!
I don't hate Brax, but
why do you distrust him?
We have a pretty bad relationship.
Why?
Okay. How much of the twit longer have you seen?
Well, I mean, throughout the past hour and a half, I've looked at pretty much almost all of it. But the part with you is the majority.
7 TV? I do have 7 TV. Is it not working?
Not all of it is about me.
Sure, but it's your interaction, like the actual interaction that he had with you. Everything else is just implications.
I have 7 TV.
Yeah.
So what happened?
I probably don't have Ohm activated. I gotta activate it. Someone give me the link. Give me the link so I can activate it.
We met, I believe you put down that.
Yeah, give me the link. I'll activate it.
November. There was a fan.
Yeah, I'm watching the drama. Yeah.
2021.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Sure. I mean,
that was a fan meet at.
Yeah, he did provide misinformation. It was 2023.
So I was just saying hello to viewers and taking photos, and then Brax's phone comes, walks up to me. He's with 4 other girls, cosplayers, but he talks to me one-to-one.
Basic Zagacha. I like Prage more than
Ohm. Do you know
Ohm.
who he was at this point?
No.
But I'll put it on.
Like, I did not know him personally.
Give me the link. I'll put it on.
I may have heard of his name, maybe, but I don't remember this interaction to the fullest. I just remember thinking that, well, that was a bit weird, because the way he spoke to me was as if we were like friends, but I have never interacted with him before.
And could you express a little bit more of like what you mean by that?
But you did a tier list, which Brax's logo was on the tier list. So how can you rate a content creator for Genshin, doing a Genshin content creator tier list, or Star Rail, when you don't know the creator?
He spoke to you as if you were friends.
I think it was the tone that. how do I explain?
He gave
when-
you a
Bro
weird vibe.
is shook right now.
No, not at that moment. it
Bro
wasn't a
doesn't
weird
even
vibe,
know
it
what
was
to
more
say.
so I wasn't sure. So he was, of course, very friendly, and I was friendly.
What's wrong
back
with
to him
being
as
friendly?
well. But like because I had just
Bro,
been
can I-
meeting a bunch of viewers up to
I've literally met people bigger than this dude. I've met Maximilian dude in real life and being friendly with him, and he was friendly back, and it was cordial. It was cool. We had a conversation for about 20, 25, 30 minutes. We took some pictures together. We hung out. We talked. I hung out with, oh my God, I always forget his name. Oh my God, I'm going to feel so bad if I don't remember his name. Oh, it starts with a U. His friend that has dreadlocks. I forget his name. He's so cool, man. I hung out with him 2 days in a row. We were drinking together and everything. It was so fun. But it was can I post a link here? Yeah. You can post the 7TV link. And it was fine. But for him, oh, hold on. I'll just untime you out. I thought I turned that off. I'll untime you out. I thought I turned that off for the thing, the banning links. But for for Atsu, he's acting like he's fucking Satoru Gojo, bro. He's acting like he's the fucking main character. Like, no, you peasant, I am too good for you. I don't trust you, you peasant. You're gonna fucking ruin my, like, that's the vibes I got from him.
that point.
Right.
Kenny, yes, Kenny. I love
And
Kenny.
then he came
Dude,
up
Kenny
and
is fucking
I think
awesome.
The way to describe it would be like overly familiar.
Sure, I get it, because
Let me sign
maybe he
in.
watched your content a lot, and
Yeah,
because
so,
he was
yeah,
another
he-
content
yeah.
creator, he thought there was a camaraderie that you didn't understand.
As a
Is
colleague,
that-
yes,
yeah,
sure.
effectively what you're saying.
That would
okay.
be a good way to put it, yeah.
All right, and so anyway, so that led you to initially have a distrust for him, is that correct?
No, that was
Oh,
not
okay.
what led to me to have a distrust. That just, I thought was, okay, it was a bit of awkward interaction, but you know,
Well-
it is what
Well,
it
that's
is.
not the end of the story. What happened after that?
Oh!
Yeah. So then we had a photo. I sent it to him. I followed him back on Twitter. And
All right, Ohm should be activated.
I
You guys can
didn't
give me
really
some more if you
interact
want. I'm
then,
going to turn off the
but
link
during
thing
that
off.
period, he would tweet a lot, and these tweets would be of the sentiment of growth,
Mhm.
This is still not working yet? Hold on, let me see.
collaborations,
It
financial
says it's
stuff,
activated.
Basically everything that
Emote already
most content
activated.
creators do care about, like a lot.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, I have to refresh my page. That's right.
And for me, I just didn't really like that vibe.
Oh, goddamn it.
Where it was like obsessively fond of growth, which I understand is fair as a content creator. Like he is allowed to talk about that and tweet that kind of stuff.
So
Yeah,
you
and
didn't
Daisy,
like-
not
you
only
didn't like
was
the
was
fact that he
was it very casual and friendly, Daisy also says that I was only replying to my friend reminiscing about an uncomfortable experience we had and not trying to start something. I'll share my experience, but truthfully, not that serious. I'm totally so she already made another post saying that she doesn't know why Atsu hated Brax so much, and she was the one that pulled Brax in the picture.
Fond of growth, which I understand is fair as a content creator. Like he is allowed to talk about that and tweet that kind of stuff.
So you
like,
didn't
because
like the fact that he was tweeting about the success of his channel? Is that
No, not
Damn, he would hate my channel then because I tweet about that shit all the time. Bro, when I hit 100,000 followers at the beginning at the end of December on TikTok. So I have 100,000 followers on TikTok and I make really good money on TikTok with sponsors and ads and everything. And now in just 1 month, I hit 113,000. So I literally got 13,000 followers in 1 month. And so I talk about that on Twitter. What is wrong with that? As someone who is proud of their success, what is wrong with tweeting about numbers? It is literally your livelihood. Only people that are well off don't tweet about that shit because they don't care.
not necessarily success. It was more
Yeah,
like
he's a hater of other
the
people's
obsessive
success.
nature
1,000,000%. That is a perfect way to
the
put it.
numbers of content creation. So he would say stuff like, I'm paraphrasing here,
Oh, sure.
but it would be stuff like, oh,
So let me tell you, you're paraphrasing here. Let me tell you exactly what you told Tectone. Where's the proof? Show me proof. Show me screenshots. Show me recordings. Show me a video. Show me a link. Where's the proof? Because every time Tectone would say something like that, that's exactly what he would say. Show me the proof.
why am I not doing as good as my peers? Or I wish XYZ would be for me. And
Ilias, thanks for the lurk.
it felt like a bit. Is doom posting the right word?
Yeah,
Not doom
no, I
posting,
understand.
It's not doom posting. It's
Yeah.
it's called being stressed
I
out and
just
worrying
didn't
about
really
the growth
like
of your
that
channel.
vibe
I
that
literally
much.
tweeted about this the other day because like I used to average 30 to 50,000, 20 to 50,000 views on my YouTube channel. Now I'm barely hitting 10K. And you know, I mean lately I've been hitting 12, 15, 20K on my videos, but there's still a lot of them that barely hit 5 sometimes. And you know, it's stressful when you put in a lot of work into this shit and you don't get the viewership you want. What is wrong with talking about that? It's his Twitter account. Why does what he posts on Twitter matter to you?
But that also wasn't the reason why I ended up like distrusting him. That was just something that was there that I observed, and I was like, okay, he's
Thank you
very
guys for all the
numbers
follows.
focused, and that's okay because I know some people who are numbers focused, but that's not the vibe.
Zach did this today, literally like an
I
hour and a
would
half
want
ago,
to befriend.
or 2 hours
Can
ago.
I jump in here really quickly?
Yes,
Yeah,
please,
yeah,
MTash.
yeah.
Can you see the Twitter post that I linked from Dollop of Daisy in the Twitter?
Yes, show the
Or
Daisy
in the-
post.
in the Discord there. So that's just like definitely a different take on like the.
Let
first
me pause this
interaction,
and read this for you guys. I was there with Brax and our Genshin creator friends at Anime NYC 2021. We were leaving the convention center and Atsu and his friends were all near the front entrance. One of our friends knew someone in the group, so they went to talk to them while the rest of us were waiting in the lobby. Atsu approached us, presumably because we were in Genshin cosplay, and started treating us like we were fans. That is so cringe. Bro thinks he's the main character. That's crazy. We didn't, dude. Oh my god, bro thinks he's fucking Dio. Oh my god. And started treating us like we were fans. We didn't really know him, but he started saying things like, I actually want to take a picture with you guys. Oh my god. As if it was an honor for us, and then proceeded to post a photo without asking us, and then tagging us with until Brax tweeted him. It honestly wasn't a huge deal, but definitely left a bad taste in our mouths. Being treated kind of low by someone we didn't even know. I didn't even know who Atsu was until like a couple weeks ago. I think it says a lot to be upset about someone you don't know approaching you as a friend when you approach people you don't know as if they're your fans. That is so fucking cringe. That is.
There's also
Bro thinks he's Satoru Gojo, bro. It's like, it's so cringe. Like I could picture an anime character doing that. Oh, I'll give you the pleasure of taking my photo. Like what the fuck?
Twitch clip of like a tier list of content creators, and
Yeah.
Brax's logo is on there.
Yes,
So
I
it's
was
like-
just talking about this earlier.
There might be like at least some situation where you knew each other or knew of each other.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I just wanted to bring up that as some, you know, it's another point of view.
So here's a clip, and this is.
Yep, this is exactly what I was talking about.
You, Atsu, and your rating.
Look at this. Look. That's Brax's logo right there. Right there. You're gonna tell me you're doing, sure, maybe you didn't make the tier list, but you're telling me that you're rating these people, Genshin content creators, rating Genshin content creators on a tier list, which in my opinion is so fucking cringe for one creator to do for other creators. That is so fucking cringe. Holy fucking shit. Right? So you're telling me that you're making a tier list and you don't know who he is?
People, and Brax is on this list. Is that correct? Let me see if I can
Keep
find
going.
it. Well, because we don't have the full context of this, do we? And he didn't.
No,
rate.
it's just a short clip.
Well, usually tier lists aren't created by the person
I just
who's
said that.
using them, so I'm not sure if
Yeah.
that's strong enough evidence.
For sure.
Like there are a lot of times, like I've done like fast
But you notice how Atsu's not saying here that, yeah, I didn't know him. He said, yeah, sure, when MTash brought it up.
food tier lists.
He didn't say, yeah, but I didn't know him even when I was doing that tier list. He didn't say he didn't know him.
And there were like some fast food restaurants that I saw that, you know, I hadn't even been to. So I don't know if the second clip is a very strong bit of evidence, but this Daisy girl obviously had like a different issue. And so, well, anyway, like we can talk about it. He
He
said
still
she
didn't
like
say,
you
I didn't know
because,
him.
like the way that you treated yourself, it's like some kind of ego thing. Like I'm not really sure about that. I don't want to get into that too much, but I do want to go back to like your distrust of Brax and like where that came.
I just want to continue off what I was saying there. I think if a creator does a tier list about other creators, that is so weird. because that means you're going to actively shit talk them and say, yeah, I think their content sucks, and put them on a bottom tier eventually, right? One or the other. There's going to be a certain content, which is so weird to me, man. Like, why
from.
would you do that?
So he initially was overly friendly in a way that
I
made
think
you
it's main
uncomfortable,
character syndrome,
and
in my
then
opinion.
on Twitter, he talked a lot about numbers, but you said both of these things weren't the actual reasons why you decided to distrust him. What was that actual reason?
I want to see the full. I want to see that full stream. The end of that clip. I want to see if he actually rated him and where he does he have that video on his YouTube channel? I want to see if he actually rated him and like actually said that, yeah, I know him. And because there was a tier that said, I don't know them.
I was reading the Daisy screenshot.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
So you said that basically with with Brax, that whenever you initially spoke to him, and then whenever where he came off as overly friendly, and then
here in the Netherlands, there's a
tweets that you
convention
thought were
rule:
doomed
you do not
posting
take
the
pictures of
numbers
someone
focus,
constantly without their
those
consent.
were not the two things
that's
that
weird.
led you to distrust him.
That was just like the slow build up towards that point.
Well,
I'm talking about the stream or video where Atsu, the clip that they just showed, where Atsu was rating Genshin creators on a tier list on how great the creator is or how bad the creator is. I want to know if he actually put him on the tier that said, I don't know them at the bottom, or if he actually rated Brax's content. Because then that would imply that he did in fact know him.
where's the climax?
Whereas when they met, he said that, oh, this person came up to me. I didn't know who he even was. 2-year-old content? Yeah, I figured.
So
yeah, because that was before he met him in IRL.
OTV party where he's written it down in his own document.
Oh, so it wasn't a YouTube. He didn't make it a YouTube video?
And he opens the conversation with this Genshin Impact voice actor is a sexual predator.
See, that's the problem. That's a problem with a lot of this drama. It's two sides of people doing he said, she said shit. And a lot of the stuff is just paraphrasing, and a lot of it can't be proven. And you just have to go with like what the other is saying and just like take it at face value or don't. Like there's not really any proof that's being shown here. But I will say, a lot of the times that Atsu's being questioned here, he sounds sus as fuck.
That was his like opening.
Tash's tweet sums everything up. Let me see what he said. The facts about today's drama. It sucks. The whole community is pointing fingers and it's hard to be friends or trust anyone. I agree. Also, I'm not following him. I should just follow him. There you go. There's a lot of allegations that are difficult to even find proof for. No one can prove that they said or didn't say anything with half of it. Everyone's feeling in this are valid, regardless what side you are on. Like 20 people have all felt terrible for like 2.5 years straight of beef. That is essentially junior high drama. Thank God that you said that, because I've been saying that this entire time. It feels like middle school drama. Exploded and impacted by 30K people, egging it on in chat. Way more than 30K. I doubt anyone will back down and say it was their fault because everyone did something, but hope that moving forward, people can stop the subtweeting and backstabbing. I don't want to deal with this stuff anymore. I don't want to be the middleman for everyone hating each other. Well, I will say, MTash, you kind of put yourself in that position when you put the title of your stream, Lawyer MTash. You know what the hell you're doing. So don't try and, say, I don't want to be the middleman. You put yourself in there. But I do agree with everything that he said. Yeah, I feel the same exact way.
So wait, hold up. Let me just stop. Let me understand this fully. So Brax comes out and says that a Genshin Impact voice actor is a sexual predator.
Yes.
Why did he say that?
So, well, in his document, he says someone told him to do that. So if you open up his document, he writes it down as, I spoke to Atsu and said it was a this terror and creep to my voiceover.
Can I also just say, right, if you're friends with somebody that is supposedly a sexual predator and you're still friends with them, or you surround yourself with those kind of people, what does that say about you? You surround yourself with those kind of people. I mean, I don't know if they're friends still or not, because he said something about them not being, I think someone said something about it never like being proven or anything like that, but nothing came to light. So I don't know.
Friends or something. And I don't remember exactly what he said, but
So
it should be.
I'm
there somewhere.
very-
And then
I'm
he
very
wrote
keen
down,
on,
oh,
like,
this was like a big yikes.
you
in
are who you surround
hindsight.
yourself
I'm
with.
Paraphrasing again, but yeah.
so who said it was like what was a big yikes?
Like people like
in
that attract
whose
each other.
hindsight?
You know what I mean? I'm not saying he's a
Brax
sexual
is
predator. I'm
in
saying like
hindsight,
fucked
the
up
fact
people
that he opened
attract
up
each other.
the conversation with me like that was a big yikes.
So he opened up
No,
a conversation with you, and was this in person or was this online?
Yeah,
I will
this
say
was in
that's a
person,
really
yeah.
weird
So he
way to
opened up
open
an
up a
in-person
conversation.
with you that one of the voice actors of Genshin Impact was a sexual predator.
Yep.
Yeah,
Also,
correct.
Atsu didn't ever see
Were
it.
they?
I don't know because it was just allegations, and
Do
he
they
heard
do
that
they
from
work
someone
with
else.
Do they work with HoYoverse right now?
I believe so.
Bro.
Okay. So
I think
um,
chat thinks that he's talking about Tignari, but it is not. They're not talking about
who
Tignari.
was it? Let's find out.
I am not. Well, I can DM it.
Well, I'm
but
gonna
I
figure it
don't
out in
think-
like 3 seconds because the chat's gonna tell me, right? So who is it?
Base Asmon, bro.
Is it the person that
This
people
is,
are saying in my chat?
Can I bring
No,
awareness to
there's-
something
this
else?
is
This fake behavior is
someone
disgusting.
else
Yeah, go
that
ahead.
They're talking about.
Feel free. Yeah, chat.
But
Feel free to
the
chime
guy
in.
is someone else. He wasn't even in the game at that point.
So you're telling me that there's a second person?
Oh
that-
yeah. I
Well,
forgot to give you a
yes,
permit.
According to
I gotta turn that off.
Braxophone, Yes.
Yes. Okay. So there's a second person who is unnamed, who also
Unnamed,
was a
yes.
sexual predator, and you
Yeah.
did.
What is this? Is this Pinky? I don't want to bring this on stream because this is Tectone's personal. This is his own stuff. I don't want to bring this on stream, but I do want to look at this real quick. I don't.
And
Yeah, I don't
know
want to.
that.
I don't. I'll probably
And
cut that out
is
of the video.
Truth of that matter determined.
That's between
at
Tectone
all
and
right
Freem
now,
and Pinky.
whether this happened or not.
I don't want to talk
Is
about
it
that at all.
public in any capacity?
No.
No, it's not public, and
No, it's not
you
public.
don't know. Okay.
I don't know.
So why do you think he brought that up to you?
That I don't know, but like at that time when he did it in person, I was just like a bit stunned.
What was your relationship?
Yeah, I know who
person?
Pinky is. I know that's Tectone's roommate. I'm saying I don't know if that was like
Friendly, cordial.
because he had roommates
We-
when he was in the house in Austin when he was still with Freem. So I don't know if she was living with him. I don't know that much about his personal life, nor do I want to. It's none of my business.
would like interact on Twitter every now and then.
So were you friends with them more than, let's say, you were friends with Brax?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Okay. So maybe he told you that because he thought that you were
Look
friends
at that,
with
he's
him
friends with a
and he
sexual
wanted you
predator.
to know?
Oh, yeah, I can see that for sure.
And what was your response to him telling you that?
That I don't remember. Like, I don't remember what I said about that,
Mm-hmm.
but I just
Oh, okay. So you
remember
haven't known Tectone for that
being
long.
shocked.
Well, not known, but you
Right,
haven't been following him for
and-
that long.
It was just awkward after that.
Sure, I get that. And so did you ever talk to that person that you knew about what Brax said?
No, I didn't.
Why not?
Because it is just a very uncomfortable manner to talk about,
Mhm.
especially I don't want to be because maybe Brax is right, and he said
What are we kidding here? Maybe Brax is right that I was friends with a sexual predator. So instead, I just told him that I couldn't trust him because maybe he was going to tell people that I was friends with a sexual predator and I didn't want to get close to someone like that. This is just self-reporting.
it's information that he got from another person, another voice person.
Did you continue interacting with that person after Brax told you
No.
that?
Good question.
No, I stopped.
So you stopped interacting
So,
with them, but
so you stopped interacting with them because of what Brax told you, but because of that, you told Brax in a DM that you couldn't trust him and you didn't want to be friends with him. Even though he helped you by getting you to stop talking to a sexual predator. That could have put you in a bad position on social media regardless, right? Like paint you as a friend of a sexual predator. Like, you know, how Ms. Kiff was getting under fire because one of the people that lived in their house was a sexual predator and a lot of people were trying to accuse him of covering it up. So he saved you from that. And in return, you just decided to say, nah, fuck you. I don't want to be friends with you. That's fucking crazy.
You also didn't tell them. You kind of just cut contact.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Did you tell anybody else besides, like, obviously, did you tell anybody else about this situation?
I asked some other voice actors and actresses I knew what they knew about this situation.
Were those other voice actors, Tignari, the other two? Where was it? What is up with Genshin voice actors being fucking predators? What is going on here? Were the other two that you asked also the sexual predators? Like,
and they said, we've heard about it, but it's just allegations, so we don't know for sure.
oh,
So there were other people that knew about
just
it as
allegations
well besides Brax.
you know, men can go to jail just because of allegations. So, you know, that is such a stupid comment to me.
And this person was a voice actor for Genshin Impact, is that correct?
Yeah, one of the three apparently.
Yes.
That's
And the
sexual
allegations
abusive.
never came to light, is that also correct?
Basically, we know about it, we
never
won't say
came to
anything.
light.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
the person named is unnamed, is that also correct?
Could you repeat that?
The person that we're referring to is unnamed. Like,
It's unnamed,
okay, yeah, all right. So it's very, it's like, I mean, you're just like, I'm completely in the dark here, right? I have no idea because there's just, there's so little information
trouble,
to really go off of. I don't really think I can say much else besides that. It seems like everybody is saying that it was Tignari.
It's not. It wasn't Tignari because Tignari wasn't even in the game yet at that point.
Right? That's not it.
No, so Tignari was one that got ousted.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's a different person, different controversy.
It's a different person. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I understand that. And so that's really what made you distrust Brax because of that one interaction.
I would say everything leading up to that point, and then that was when I felt very uncomfortable. I was like, okay, this is not someone I can trust.
And this was the first time that you had heard about him. Why do you think you couldn't trust him based off of that?
I just thought it was bizarre that would be like the first thing you would say to someone when you don't really have an established friendship.
With something that's like so emotionally charged, it's very hard to know how a person would respond to it. Like, would they respond to it in like a good way? Like, because it's like,
I agree.
Yeah, it's like whenever something like this happens, it's always very easy to go back and say, oh, you should have known this, you should have seen this, etc.
No, I agree.
I don't think that there's, in this specific circumstance, like I do think that seems like you kind of like, it weirded you out, and you also stopped interacting with the person.
So who's the VA that Braxphone talked about? No one knows.
Him. You brought it up with other
Sorry,
people,
I'm responding
so it
to a
doesn't seem
DM.
like you really acted in bad faith here. I don't think that you did. So after that, you go on to, and is this where you? Let's talk about this picture here.
Yes.
It's pretty convenient, isn't it?
Yeah.
How'd this happen?
Oh, here we go. The picture.
Well, you see the lady to my left.
I do.
His wife.
Asian lady. She's my wife.
Okay.
She very, very rarely travels.
Atsu not trusting Brax and was bringing something to light, and Atsu wanted to keep that a secret. Yeah, that's why I brought up the misgift thing.
To America with us, or with me.
Sure.
Whenever.
Does this look like someone that is a creepy individual? No. They all smiling. They all look like they're having fun. Very friendly, very cordial. And then he crops him out of the picture. Like, bro really thinks that he is the main character.
Whenever I go to these events. So we don't have photos of like these select group of people who were going to be attending this convention on the left that you see here. So I ended up photoshopping the VTuber Bao, who was also going to attend, over both Braxophone and Saki.
And why did you do it over Brax? Because the original post didn't have Brax blocked out, but now it does.
Oh, so as I just said, so the post on the right was taken at Anime Expo at this OTV party that Braxophone told me about, that voice actor.
Sure.
Yeah, and then the one on the left is about the convention I was just telling you about, the Filipino one, Conquest. So there's no photos of this select group of people, minus Braxophone and minus the VTuber in front of Braxophone. So to have a photo with all these select people in it, I used this one and I photoshopped another VTuber over those two people.
That's
So
Because
this
cringe.
is
those two
ano-
aren't
this
going
is-
to Conquest.
So this second VTuber here
Yeah.
is a different. Which VTuber is this that you photoshopped
This
over?
is Bao. This is Bao.
But I thought you said Bao was the one who was in the original picture that you photoshopped.
No,
it
no, no.
over.
The one in the original picture is, well, she doesn't want to be named and she doesn't want to be.
So she's
involved in-
completely unnamed. We don't even know who this person
No,
is.
no, we know who she is. Brax's phone has already brought it up, but she's come out and said she doesn't want to be
It's
involved.
Saki. He doesn't want to be involved.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I can type the name in the Discord
Well,
chat.
if
Chat's
she doesn't
already
want to be
saying.
involved in it, that's totally fine. But was she okay with this original post being made? Like, when did this picture
No.
get taken?
This was the OTV Anime Expo party. And this was another drama because Brax's phone posted this picture without the censor. So he didn't cover her face.
So he didn't cover the VTuber's face who didn't wish to be
No,
named.
he didn't cover the VTubers.
He
Yeah.
didn't
okay.
know.
And so,
That was a mistake.
No one
That was like an
told him.
accident, like honest mistake.
Okay,
sure,
thank God
yeah,
you
I
said that.
understand that. Okay. But it would make sense that you would probably not.
Yeah, he
trust
didn't
him
know
more so
that she was a
after
VTuber,
that
and he
because
didn't know that she
that
didn't want her
was a
face to be
mistake,
public.
right? He didn't know. Yeah, he didn't know
Because
exactly.
like, why else would you be taking
Um,
a picture then? You know?
Okay, so then you reposted this picture. So like basically the time in which the picture was taken and whenever you posted the picture, a significant amount of time had passed. It's not like it was posted
Yeah,
the
I
day
think
after.
it's 1 year apart, almost 1
Okay,
year
so an
apart.
entire year apart. And so
Yeah.
what was your reasoning again to edit Brax out of the photo?
Because in this photo, it has literally all the people who were going to be going to the Philippines
Okay.
for this convention, minus the two people that I photoshopped over,
So
and
all
it was
of
just
the so
conveniently placed.
right, sure, I understand. So you're saying that every single person that is shown in this image went to that convention.
Was attending Conquest, yes, as a guest. And the
Um,
reason why it's this photo specifically is because
Yeah, he asked her.
wife
I
on the
remember
left-
someone saying that. He asked her, "Who are you?" And she said, "I am a nobody." Yeah. So then, like, okay, why would I have to not post a picture then?
she rarely ever comes to America with me, so we don't have group photos like
Bro is
this.
yapping.
No, I
Nobody
understand.
So
cares.
this is, yeah.
I understand. Okay, so people are saying that Dish's husband didn't go. Is that correct?
He was. No, I think he was there, but he's not a content creator as like in the form of a guest, but he was there.
So he did go.
Yeah, he did go.
Okay, so then the chat is wrong.
Let me just double check that. Let me
Okay.
just double check that.
So wait, is chat saying that Dish's husband did go, but he wasn't edited out of the picture? Is that what chat is saying?
Yes, he did go.
Okay, so he
I
did
just
go. The
wanted to
chat
be
was wrong.
sure.
Okay, I understand. Okay, so after that, Atsu DMs you, I guess, and he asks you if you had a problem with him. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. And you just
This image. I can't remember if that image is before.
This is
or
from
after these
Brax's,
DMs, but I think
tweet longer.
the date is on. I don't know. If you can
September
pull it back
3rd,
up.
2022.
Yeah. So that's the DMs, but what about the image?
The image
one we were
is,
just talking about,
I think it was on February 2nd, 2023, if I remember right. I have to go back
Okay,
and look
so
at
that
it
was
again.
after. Okay.
February
yeah.
15th, 2023.
Okay, so that was after
Yeah.
the DMs.
Right. Okay, so then, yeah, at that point, he already knew that you didn't like him and everything like that. And
Yeah.
so, my last real interactions with him, here's what I learned. I wasn't reading into things too much. I just asked him directly. So, did you tell other people why you didn't like him?
So after the Anime Expo
Very good
party, I
question.
told the car was Dish, Joshua, Psycho, can't remember if someone else there, my wife. And I said, I don't trust this guy. And I was not very comfortable, but because of the thing he said.
Yes. What did they say? Did they agree with you?
No. Dish was like, oh, I think you should give him a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Joshua was also very nice about it. He said, no, like he was nice.
Did they continue to interact with Brax after that?
I'm not sure how publicly they did, but I believe at the very least Joshua definitely did privately, but I cannot speak for them on that behalf.
And was a person named Jake in this call?
Oh,
I think his name was, I think it began with a T.
Toronto, Jake.
yeah, he can't remember a lot of stuff,
was
but he
at
can
the
remember
party, but I
all the
don't
people
think
he doesn't
was in
like.
the
Yeah,
same car on the way back home.
and he can remember
So-
all the
but
stuff
he
that he
knew
doesn't
that
like
you
about
didn't
people, but he
like
can't remember the stuff that needs to be remembered.
Brax, is
Isn't
that
that
correct?
inconvenient?
Yeah, after the VTuber whose face was revealed was his girlfriend at the time.
Right.
And I believe that rubbed him the wrong way, but you'll have to take what he said.
Is that Pinky's link again? I don't want to look at that because that is Tectone's business. We already looked at that earlier. That's Tectone's business. You know, he's a friend of mine. I do not feel comfortable talking about his personal shit with him and his roommate or whatever's going on with them three. It's none of my business. Is it disgusting? Yes. But it's not my place to say anything of what's going on between Pinky and Freem and Tectone. It's their issue. It's their problem, and it's nobody else's business, in my opinion. Honestly, I don't even think Pinky should have posted that, but she probably already asked Tectone if it was okay to post it, or maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, I don't feel comfortable talking about someone else's personal relationship. I wouldn't want someone talking about me and my ex on the internet like that. It's none of anyone's business.
Well, because if I read the document, basically Brax is saying that one of the reasons why, what do you call it? Because he said, like, this is, Brax said that this is what Jake said, in quotes. I don't really have any problems with you personally, but you know Atsu.
This is a completely different timeline now. It's like a whole year after.
Or you guys should be able to post links now.
So that is from Gamescom.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, obviously, if you don't like somebody, it's not like you're going to turn around and start liking them after a year, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, why do you think Jake said that?
I don't really have any problems with you personally, but you know Atsu?
Yes.
I would like to see where he said that.
Bro, I think it's so funny that he always wants to see proof of everyone saying that, but everyone else is supposed to take what he says at face value with no proof. And bro never fucking remembers shit about anything that's actually important that needs to be talked about. Holy fucking shit.
First of all, I would like to see the full context of where he said that, because I was watching earlier and Brax has quoted other things that he admitted were not true.
I know, and I found that with the whatever Atsu says goes, yeah, and he said he was.
Yeah.
I get that. But, and that's why I clarified with him earlier that this is what
I
Jake
appreciated
said.
that.
Yes.
So with this line as well, I'm not involved in this conversation, so I don't know if it's true or not.
Well, Tuantu said on his stream that he talked to Brax at that time period.
He did talk to Brax, but he didn't specify what he said.
What do you mean?
But the implication would be...
What do you mean? He literally, on his stream, said, yeah, I told Brax everything. I told him the truth. So yeah, I did say that. He literally said it on his stream. We watched a clip of it.
That if he said he talked to Brax, that he would also say if Brax was, like, misstating what he said. I mean, this would logically make sense, because he also was saying that he didn't say, or he did say other things. Or sorry, he was disproving other things. So logically, if he is acknowledging that this conversation happened, he's actively listening to it being explained and disproving certain things, and he did not disprove this thing, it would imply that it happened. Is that correct?
I don't agree with that because
Okay.
the clip that you watched
Of course
earlier
you don't.
was very short, and
Well,
he was responding to a chatter.
What do you
and
mean
for
it
this-
was short? It doesn't matter if it was short. It was short and to the point. It proved exactly what they needed to know. The fuck?
One, I believe,
He literally said, I told Brax the truth. What more do you need to know?
you pair this line up and you scroll all the way down, there's another one where Brax's phone is specifically asking him for my location.
Like geographical?
So, yeah, like my So this was in Gamescom Germany. He was also invited to that convention to do some work. And
Like, bro, come on. All right. Was he asking for his location, or was he more of the line saying, hey, where is Atsu? That's what I feel like he was probably saying.
he wanted to know my location. And I think I have your stream open, so there might be a bit of delay. But yes,
Sure.
he says
I love Twitch chat. Someone in Twitch chat said, bro, he just wanted to talk to you, you retard. Based Twitch chatter, bro.
in the second last paragraph, Jake said, and in caps lock, I quote, I know for a fact he does not want to talk to you. And this, I know Jake said that because he told Brax that, because Jake told me that Brax was looking for you.
I know he doesn't want to talk to you. I also asked the HoYoverse staff that's both worked with us if he can connect us. Yeah, okay. And why didn't you want to talk to him at this point?
There you go. Good question.
This was
Not that you need a reason. It's just totally fine. I just want to understand.
no. I'm happy to explain. So this was, Gamescom. If you can open the Gamescom video, that will be roughly the time of when this happened.
Sure.
Just the date on that one.
Yeah, that was September 4th, 2023.
Yeah, so it was last year, not too long ago.
Thank you for the alert, Jordana.
Throughout that point, after that conversation with me and Brax in the DMs, he would then start messaging people to message me to speak or speak on his behalf, including HoYoverse stuff. And this is something I wanted to touch on later. For Mike as well. I'm MTash in the call right now. And this went on for like the next however long until now, till today, where he would just keep trying to find me, or he would keep trying to talk to me when I made it clear that I don't want to talk to him.
And why didn't you want to talk to him?
Yeah, that's the original question. Answer the question.
I thought I made it clear that I don't vibe with him.
Okay, so that's just like, that's it.
Him.
Okay, got it.
But there is a bit more context after that. Is after I sent that message, it's the thing you opened earlier by accident. It's the contract DMs. He sent that, even though I told him that I don't want to be, so like I don't vibe with him.
You know what's crazy though, is you still responded to him. If you didn't want to talk to him, and he sent you that, then you wouldn't have answered him, and you actually gave him advice. Right?
Okay.
So
for me, if I don't want to talk to somebody, I just don't answer. That's it.
Yeah. So for me, it was like he just kept encroaching on my boundaries, which,
it is for the
what
love
it
of
is,
God,
but
this dude thinks he's Satoru Gojo with his
that was
fucking
my
infinite
perspective
void
of
domain
the
expansion, bro. Holy fucking shit.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess so that's your relationship with Brax, and
yes.
All right. It's very hard. And did you ever speak with HoYoverse staff about Brax?
About Brax's phone?
Yeah.
Yes, because when he DM'd me.
This whole thing started because Brax on his Twitlonger said that you prevented him from getting certain opportunities. And you've been saying that that's a lie, that you don't have the power to do that. And now you're literally answering Asmongold's question, saying you did talk to HoYoverse about Brax.
About that contract stuff.
Yeah.
I was intrigued.
Can you?
The fuck does that mean? Intrigued or jealous, right? Intrigued or jealous? Because it sounds a lot to me like jealousy. Like, why is this person getting a contract and I'm not? That's what it sounds like.
To elaborate on that, on the intrigue.
I was just curious about what it was about.
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm very good at reading people. Just from hearing the stutter in his voice and the hesitation in his voice, he sounds like such a manipulative bullshitter to me. I don't believe a word that comes out of this motherfucker's mouth.
And so so what you're implying here is that after Brax,
He's very nervous. He's trying not to slip up and say something that's going to get him like painted as a villain.
messaged you asking about advice for this contract, then you messaged somebody at HoYoverse?
I messaged someone at HoYoverse, yeah.
And what did you ask them?
I love Zach, bro.
What is this about?
What's it about? Okay. And did
Yeah.
Brax get that deal? Did that deal happen for him?
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, he said it didn't.
Brax said it didn't.
Yes, Brax
It
said
did
it
not
didn't go
happen.
through. Why is no one asking the important question of why if this dude, if Brax was coming to you for advice because he knows you've worked with HoYoverse a lot in the past, if Brax is coming to you and asking you this and it's about a contract and a possible deal that he can have, as a creator, as someone that's also that big, you should know that that's probably something that's NDA and not something that you should be talking about to the company or anyone else. He confided in you and trusted you about that. So then you go to HoYoverse and ask them what it's about because you're intrigued. Do you not even realize how fucked up that is? Because not only is, HoYoverse probably going to be like, we don't know what you're talking about because they're probably not allowed to talk about it with anyone else. It's his contract. It's no one else's business. And it's probably an NDA. But also, they probably found out, okay, so he broke the NDA about his contract, that we talked to him about, that we're in talks to him about with some other creator. Now another creator is asking us. So you know what we're gonna do? We're all set, Brax. We're good. We're not gonna do this deal with you because you're blabbing your mouth to everyone. Why the fuck would you ask HoYoverse that when he trusted you with that information?
Yeah, can I touch on the
And why
HoYoverse
and why
stuff
is
as well?
yes,
Sure.
fucking touch on it, bro. Why is no one asking
every
this
single
question?
content creator can have access to HoYoverse contact.
That's not true. I've tried. That's not fucking true. I've tried to get HoYoverse. I have a Star Rail contact for sponsored stuff. I tried so hard when I was doing GetJCon, I could never. And saying any content creator, no, you're talking about content creators that are massive. If you're talking about smaller creators, no. Good luck, bro.
And when Mike was talking about me trying to patch up his relationship with HoYoverse, it wasn't anything that serious. That's something even Brax's phone could have done. That's something someone else could have done.
Why do you think that
Like just putting,
Sorry,
sorry,
go
just
ahead.
sorry, just putting Mike in contact with someone is something any content creator under HoYoverse can do. And I feel like this is pretty clear because later on, even in Braitman, he says he goes through a HoYoverse contact to try and get to me.
Well, he talked to somebody who was at the convention, so it's not like he really talked to them through a channel that he had available to them.
Yeah.
I think that he talked to them.
No. So for me, as far as I'm aware, he messaged 3 different HoYoverse staff to try and talk to me.
Okay, so basically, Brax is saying that he doesn't have a line to
That's
HoYoverse,
about
but in
the
fact he
dreamy
does.
thing that we reacted to yesterday.
He's not saying he doesn't have a line. I'm just
I'm
saying.
here from Twitter before going to sleep to say this Genshin drama is the biggest yet, and I hope it won't destroy the lives of too many CCs. I don't think it will. Also, welcome from Twitter. Welcome in. I don't think it will, but I definitely think some of these content creators need to take a look in the mirror and really reevaluate themselves. Especially Enviosity. I'm sorry. That dude went way over the line. He brought in Tectone's wife, and he's like actively talking to her in DMs and sharing their DMs, talking about Tectone and them's relationship, which has nothing to do with content creation and Genshin. It is so personal and so fucked up to even cross that line on so many levels. And not even Atsu is doing shit like that. It's beyond fucked up.
Right.
My
And I
point
think if
is,
Enviosity,
content creators,
his wife was being talked about, if Enviosity's wife was being talked about, or Atsu's wife was being talked about in that way, they would be losing their mind. Well, it's because it's Tectone. It's okay because he's an asshole.
unfortunately not like Mike, who are hated supposedly or black
He says lies after lies. It really is easy to come up with infinite lies, but go and disprove all the lies. So yeah, exactly.
Blacklisted
Yeah.
by the company, they all have a line to HoYoverse because we have like these creator servers on like Discord
Yeah.
where there's content
WoW
creators
has
and
it too.
you work with HoYoverse. Yeah.
Every game has it.
So why do they say that they don't then?
I don't think Brax said that, did he?
Well, I think the implication is
Tectone
that.
doesn't, but Brax does.
So
Tectone and Mike don't have any lines to HoYoverse. I think Tectone used to, but then he got blacklisted.
Okay.
And then Braxophone has always had lines to HoYoverse.
Okay.
But that's like the same for many content creators, regardless of size.
Okay.
That's not true at all.
That's very hard for me to like. I can't really verify any of that.
Yeah,
I
no, you
do wanna
can't.
Go back
That's bullshit. I don't have one. I have 100. I don't have a direct contact to HoYoverse. I have a direct contact to a third-party company that gives me sponsors for HoYoverse. I have done sponsored content for Star Rail on TikTok. I don't know if I'll even be able to find them. I probably still have them saved on my Google Drive, right? Okay, well, just giving you guys like an example. I have done Genshin ads, right? I've done ads, but it's through a third-party company, right? It's finally summertime in Tave, which, by the way, they reached out to me to do another one, and I said no, because if I want to be a part of the whole boycott Genshin thing, it was a lot of money. I said no because I don't want to promote the game after they just keep shitting on their community. That means one thing. The summer festival is here. I'm swimming at the ocean to play. So yeah, as you can see, I've done sponsored with them, but I don't have a direct contact with them, and I've tried. Saying that it's very easy for any creator of any size to have a contact, that's bullshit. I have fucking 100,000. I have 113,000 followers on TikTok, bro. 20,000 on YouTube, another 9,000 on here. Like I have a decent following. I don't fucking have no contact with HoYoverse.
It does seem.
I can send a screenshot of the server.
No, I believe that
where
you have
everyone
a server.
is in.
Like I believe that. Like, mini games have this. Like I'm in.
I love Aspen, bro.
I can see it to be very unsettling, from Brax's perspective, to hear that you had openly expressed your dislike for Brax to a lot of friends of yours. And did you ever talk to anybody from HoYoverse about how you felt about Brax?
No.
That's a lie. I don't believe him. Not at all. I don't believe him.
No.
I don't think Asmongold does either.
No. Sorry, I did, yes.
Okay, you did. So what did you tell them?
Well, this is because they contacted them to talk to me. And
they
I was
contacted
like, I don't
them.
want this.
Who contacted
As
you?
in, Brax contacted them.
Brax contacted HoYoverse in order to talk to you?
To talk to me, and I told them I want to be left alone.
I don't believe that for a second. Why would he contact a HoYoverse staff to say that he wants to talk to you? Show me the receipt, bro. Like you keep asking everyone else. Show me the fucking proof. Show me the screenshot of where this was said. I don't believe you for a fucking second. The same way that he keeps asking everyone to show proof and show the context and show the receipt. Where the fuck's yours? Where's your proof? I don't believe that for a fucking second. I'm supposed to take your word for it? A fucking manipulative snake? I'm good.
You didn't, but you just said that you talked to them about how you felt about Brax. Now you're saying, I want to be left alone. This is a neutral statement.
No. So
have a good night, Orser.
I'm referring to if you open his document at the bottom.
Right.
The one I'm talking about now is where
people in the chat calling him Ratsu.
Message HoYoverse staff to get things.
Yeah. They were unsuccessful in opening a dialogue and ended up ghosting me for a few months because they were unsatisfied with the outcome while trying to find other ways to solve things.
Yes. And this person had messaged me about
I agree, type.
asking like what's going on
and
between you guys.
And this person is a HoYoverse employee?
Is a HoYoverse employee, yes.
And did you contact that HoYoverse employee in the future as well?
Root beer, bro.
Was that the person that you had asked about the contract that Brax had?
The contract was way before this.
Okay.
This when Brax asked them,
So you're saying that like you didn't have any influence because Brax didn't get this contract, but you are saying that you talked to HoYoverse, but in the process of talking with them, you never badmouthed Brax
No.
and caused him
No.
to not get the
I
contract.
don't believe that.
No.
You inadvertently actually caused him probably to not get that contract because you went out of your way to talk to a HoYoverse staff about a contract that is probably supposed to be confidential when he confided in you and thought that he could trust you with this information. Do you not understand that, or are you fucking retarded? Holy shit.
And again, like, I don't know if that's true. Like, I don't have.
I'm glad that he doesn't
No,
believe.
that's fair.
Yeah, I
No,
don't have
that's
the
fair.
information to know if that's true. I just want to make sure that, like, you know, I know exactly what you're saying. Okay, so all of this comes out about you, and the next thing
Is no one
I
gonna
wanted
bring
to
that
talk
up?
about was the stuff with, excuse me, what's the name? Goose, Tectone's old roommate. So
Yes.
you were subtweeting about him.
I was What is a subtweet?
A subtweet is whenever you make a tweet about a person, but you don't explicitly name them.
Oh no. Sorry, I meant like what was the?
I'll read the
subtweet?
tweet to you.
Okay.
Sorry.
So-
Before we move on, can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
I have to say this. I've been holding my tongue. Is if you found out from Brax that he might potentially have a contract with HoYo, and if you go to HoYo and be like, "Hey, is it true that maybe
Thank
you're working
you.
with
Somebody
Braxophone?"
is saying it.
That doesn't raise some major red flags.
Yes!
Like, wouldn't HoYoverse be like, number one, how do you know about it? Number two, why are you asking about it?
Yes.
And
Well, they told me they don't know anything.
No shit. Because they're probably not allowed to talk to it about with you because it was a contract for him.
Reaching out to HoYo directly after talking with him is like, well,
It is.
he was asking for
okay,
advice on how much to make, or, you know.
So you're totally right, Imtash, that it's extremely sus. But the truth is that we don't have the information available to us.
Okay, yes.
that
There's
Yes, true.
I don't think that I can, without a shadow of a doubt, say, you know, fucking, you know, he came in there, Atsu came in there, and, you know, poisoned the well, so Brax didn't get the contract.
No, but that's the thing. He didn't have to actually say anything. Just him actually reaching out to a HoYoverse staff and talking about the contract probably made the staff think to themselves, why the fuck is Brax talking about this with other people? This is supposed to be confidential. And that might have swayed them from saying, never mind, we're not going to work with this person. They can't keep their mouths shut. When he confided in Atsu and trusted him for an opinion on the matter, instead, right after he's done talking to him, he went and messaged a HoYoverse staff saying, hey, is this true? That is so fucking scummy. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Now, is that...
Like I was saying earlier, that would be like me, my good friend Blitz. We were both playing Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. That would be like them messaging me saying, hey, we have a sponsor. That'd be like Side Game saying, we got a sponsor opportunity for you. We're going to pay you $5,000 to stream the game for 2 hours and make a review video on it. And then me going to Blitz and saying, hey, Blitz, do you think this is enough money? Or like, should I ask them to maybe ask them, I should ask them for more money. I haven't really been doing this that long. You've been doing it longer than me. What do you think I should do here? And then he gives me advice and then goes behind my back and then says to Psy Games at staff there, it says, hey, is it true that you're sponsoring Legions and paying him $5,000 about it with this contract? Or like, is it true? And then they're like, no, because they're not allowed to talk about it because it's confidential. It's an NDA. So then immediately they're going to think, no, we're good. We're not going to work with this person because they're like blabbing out their contract when they clearly have an NDA. Like, what the fuck? That is the problem here. Obviously, no one clipped that out of context because that didn't really happen. I'm just using that as an example. If I was to, like me and Blitz, my good friend, that is the issue here. Not the fact that he poisoned the well. The fact that he just reached out in general is the fucked up part. He doesn't know for sure that every creator can't contact HoYoverse because Atsu lied and
that Atsu did that. It is definitely possible.
I'll be posting this on
And I think a
YouTube
lot of
anyway,
people
Angel.
think
Have a
that's
good night.
that's what Atsu did. But we don't have any evidence for that.
You don't
and
need
so I don't
evidence.
think it's worth pursuing a assumption.
You don't need evidence.
And that's fair. Yeah.
But of course it's sus. Of course. Anyway, is that, are we good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So the subtweet. This is a story, a video that Goose did 2 years ago. It's a tweet that you did. There are many creators in the Genshin circle and wider connected circles I'd like to befriend or get to know better, but they're already in so deep with many people who are awful off stream, and it makes me skeptical if they are just naive or also awful behind the scenes. Who is that about?
Tectone is one of them.
Okay, so then this subtweet.
There's
So
other creators as well. It's not about Goose Egg though, but Tectone is an example.
Why wouldn't it be about Goose Egg when the tweet was talking shit about Tectone and how he treats people off stream and how he's not really actually that nice to his friends offline? Goose was his roommate and one of his good friends. So how would that not be about him? He's literally being pulled into the conversation by you.
okay, so let's use some logic here. So
Okay.
you're saying that you're saying Tectone is an awful person off stream, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Please bring up the
Okay.
point that I just made.
Did you at that
Which
time?
is-
Whoa, let me just go through
I
this.
love you,
Did you
Asmongold.
at that time
Thank
know
God.
that Goose was friends with Tectone?
Yes.
So then the implication would be that Goose being friends with Tectone would make him guilty by association and thus a subject to this tweet. Is that correct?
Oh, this is not about Goose. No.
But it would be about
It would
Goose.
be, yes, exactly. Thank you. I'm glad that
No,
Asmon
it
is the
would
one
not
asking
be
this
about
question.
Goose because Goose himself had already had interactions with me, which were not positive. So
Wonder why.
Tectone is just an example. There are other creators as well that I find very questionable.
I find you very
them
questionable.
to be awful people off stream.
I
as well.
find you to be
Why do
awful
you-
people.
Why do you
And
find them
what-
to be awful people?
Well, for example, I don't really want to hash someone else's name in, but
You don't have to
but you're-
use
but
names,
you're-
just why do you think
You
they're
don't
awful?
want to hash someone else's name in, but you're totally fine talking about Goose and Tectone and Brax and all these other people. But no, let's not bring your friends into it. Why?
okay. So in a previous community I was in, before Genshin Impact,
Dark Knights.
is it's another gacha game.
Oh boy.
Yeah, oh boy, indeed. You know how gacha games have their in-game currency to pull for
Look at the
things?
chat. Look at
Oh,
the
yes.
chat. Look at the chat.
Yeah. So there was the how do I say this without okay, the chat already know. But
Yep, Second Poco. I remember this.
so in this gacha game, the in-game currency, you have your standard price, you know, buying it the legal way, and then you have the quote-unquote illegal way of buying them, which would ultimately get you banned.
I've been. I never do this. Yeah, and I get it. It's scummy to do it. I don't agree that Second Poco did it. I get emailed by companies like this all the time. It's like third-party companies that sell you gems at a very discounted price. So instead of spending $100 for 8,000 stellar jade, it would be like $50 for 8,000 stellar jade, shit like that. I've actually already had companies reach out to me for Ever Crisis and Star Rail to do that, and I block them because I think it's fucked up.
Is this
So-
buying them through a third-party website reseller
buying
that's
them through
buying
like
them
a third.
with another currency that's devalued? Is that correct?
No, it's the one where people would like refund, do the like make multiple Google accounts
And
then
refund the accounts and keep
load
making
on
new
money,
accounts. Yep.
refund, make a new Google
But you know,
account,
most
refund.
games nowadays, when you do that, they just ban your account from spending in period. Never, not just like ban that Google account. Most games now just ban you from spending money in the game
that
or
one.
ban your account.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so what is the?
yeah, so one of the creators that I deemed as awful is
People
someone
then
who
end
ended
up with
promoting
negative
this,
stellar
and, like,
jade. Yep.
demographic of the
Yep.
game was really
That too.
young, relatively young.
Yeah.
Either
And I
ban
thought
or
this
set your
was
account negative crystals.
Pretty
Yep.
scummy, so
That's
I
what's up,
called him out
Makina.
on it. And then if this game dies, it's because you called me out for promoting this cheap in-game currency, and then we had beef. Now this person is also in the Genshin Impact community now
Yes.
as another creator alongside myself, and that's an example of someone who I deemed as awful.
And so
there
you
were
were
some creators.
you were referring to their friends and not Tectone's friends.
No.
No, there's also some people who I was aware of.
Bro
who
is
had, like, maybe
circling.
spoken to me,
Spiraling.
and they were also very in deep with Tectone, and I was like, okay, and this is so Tectone and I had already had our initial falling out. It's
Right.
like 1 year past that. So for me, Tectone, obviously we don't have the best opinion of each other anymore,
Seems
and
that
at
way.
this point we
Yeah,
didn't either. Yeah,
it seems that way.
unfortunately. And
I never
yeah,
noticed.
So there were some creators as well where I was like, okay, maybe they haven't seen all the beef, all the drama, or what's going on, or certain clips flying around. So yeah, that's an example.
So, but wouldn't that directly contradict what your tweet was? Because your tweet was the implication that they are also bad off stream. It's just that you don't know it. But now you're saying that they just didn't know about these other things that happened off stream as well. So because like
no, because I said in that subtweet, and it makes me skeptical if they're just naive, like they don't know any better.
Okay. And so this tweet had nothing to do with Goose.
No, this had nothing to do with Goose because I have no interest in befriending Goose.
So
if this subtweet
if
has
it had
nothing
to do with Goose, then why did you make a 26-minute video responding to Goose? Couldn't you have just said
Yes,
that the tweet
Asmongold
wasn't
is
about him?
asking all the right fucking questions, dude.
But it was about Tectone.
But
during this period,
wait a second. So if it was about Tectone,
you got
by
caught,
a
bitch.
logical implication, it would then be about Goose because Goose is friends with Tectone, and the tweet is about
which is
people that
how
are
he took
friends.
it, yeah.
Because he would be categorically part
Yeah,
of the
not
group.
because
that
that's
the
how he
tweet
took
was
it. Because
about.
it's yeah, literally, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
You
dumb?
could deem it that way, but
How
in
could
that
you-
tweet, I
How could you not?
said
How could you
to
not?
befriend.
How could you
deem it that way?
not? What the fuck?
Because I specified people I would like to befriend. Goose and I were not friends, and I never had any intention of befriending him.
And did he know that at the time?
Yes, because it's in his tweet longer as well.
Mhm.
That he sent me a donation saying "Let's be friends," and I shot it down.
Okay.
But I didn't know who Goose was at the time, so I just thought it was a viewer who was like, "Let's be friends." And I was like,
The
okay, well,
backpedaling
don't do that
is
because
fucking ridiculous.
that's just a bit strange.
So if you didn't know who he was, then how would you know that he was friends with Tectone?
Because so that moment
The
was
stuttering.
Goose
Oh
way
man, you
before
are,
he was with
dude.
Tectone.
You are getting
So
cooked
my
right now,
first
bro.
interaction with Goose was that, and that was way before Tectone. And then him and Tectone move in together.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you find out who Goose is, and you make this tweet that.
Oh no, I found out who Goose was after that donation.
Okay. Okay, so he was a content creator at that point in time.
Yeah, he was a content creator at that point.
Okay. And then you found out, and what did you do? Did you like apologize to him? Did you say anything to him after that, or was that it?
No, that was it. He sent the donation.
Okay.
I shot it down, and we just went our ways, separate ways.
Okay. And so you make this tweet, and Goose thinks it's about him because, like, if you were Goose, would you read this tweet and think that it was about you?
I would say it's 50-50 because he probably should have known that I'm not interested in befriending him, but at the same time, he probably realizes that it was about Tectone.
Okay. And so basically Goose makes this video and then you shit on him, and why exactly did you not like Goose other than him trying to be friends with you?
Hold on.
So-
So when he moved in with Tectone,
Right.
I don't know if you know about the Tectone versus Enviosity drama.
I saw a tweet about it.
Okay, so Tectone and Envy have like a TLDR. They have a really bad history where they keep going at each other, but
Yes.
Tectone is typically the aggressor, and like he says, "Oh,
Would
I'm just
Tectone say-
shitposting, or I'm just memeing."
Would Tectone say that he was the aggressor?
No, he would never say
Okay.
that.
So this is your opinion.
This is my territory. I can say, as someone who had beef with Tectone, that it's a sticky situation. So let me explain this one. Enviosity is the notorious free-to-play gamer. Like, he was free-to-play through and through, and I was free-to-play as well. And the amount of people that would come in and be like, Envy's better than you, unprovoked. I know Envy didn't send his audience to do that, but that shit would happen all the time.
Yeah, it's Twitch.
Yeah, it's Twitch. However, Tectone would see that. He got very pissed off by it a lot of the time. And I think that Techie would throw shade, like the comment about being a mint picker. There's nothing to do in the game. All you do is run around picking mint and berries kind of thing. And I would say that a lot of the time, Tectone would keep hitting on that point and alluding to enviosity.
Oh, it's funny.
Also, before Tectone and I, like, patch things up.
Bro calls me Tectone from 5 years ago, and I laugh. It's fucking funny. It's called taking a fucking joke. Holy shit.
He would come after me all the time. He roasted my content and called my content shit constantly.
I do remember that, though.
I can definitely see when he has a bit of a beef with someone.
Let me also put it this way. Like, bro, Tectone is not perfect. Tectone, I feel like he's calmed down a lot since the beginning of Genshin. He was an asshole. Like, I'm also an asshole, and I think assholes are funny. So that's why I think I can vibe with Tectone and relate to him so well, because I think assholes are fucking funny, right? And I get along with other assholes, right? But was there a time during the Genshin stuff where I think he was going over the line and probably just like farming drama for content? Sure. But you know what? It worked, didn't it? It did. Bro was making millions and thousands of viewers just today over this drama. Had 20-something thousand people watching him because of this. So, you know, respect. That's all I gotta say.
For the content, I get
if
that.
If I could just like be an asshole for drama, for farm drama for content, I'd do it too. Shit.
But as someone that was under that, you know, scrutiny and seeing it happen all the time, and then looking at how he interacted with Envy, I could see a lot of similarities there. So,
did Enviosity say anything negative about Tectone?
I'm sure. I'm sure.
A very long.
Yeah,
Twitter
there's a whole
thread
post
talking about his trauma with Tectone.
Okay.
That being said, I can see that you're coming to a lot of the conclusions that I think I know where you're gonna go with a lot of this stuff. I don't think I have a ton more to add to this, and I think I'm gonna go out for dinner with my wife and my son.
Have fun, man.
So I'm gonna dip out and everything. The one thing I will say before I go, just so you have more lore, is Atsu and I are relatively okay. Like, we don't have beef, but he was someone in the community when Genshin first came out that he was one of the people that roasted me. A lot of the creators roasted me, called my content shit, and we, for the most part, patched it up. But I didn't get a vibe that Envy or that Tectone was very nice and like a super good dude, and he's in the one camp. But I never got the vibe that Atsu is a good dude in the other camp.
Yeah.
Everyone was shitty at the very beginning. And when I look at all of this stuff, I think there's just a ton of junior high fighting that has been blown out of proportion by 30,000 people and made worse and worse and worse, right? But I think
this has been like
is
junior high
blame
bullshit
here, and everyone, honestly, it was just like a subtweeting war for 2.5 years. So that's kind of all I wanted to say. And you know, I think it's good to keep looking at the facts though, and getting these opinions. And good luck. I'll tune in later to watch, you know, what you end up saying. But that's it.
All right. Thanks a lot for coming on and
have a good dinner, Mike.
Man.
Yeah. Catch you later.
So Tectone, so like Enviosity makes like this big long tweet thread about Tectone, and
let me chill and call just to make sure we have another
Oh.
person. You can keep talking though.
oh, okay. So yeah. Anyway, so Enviosity makes this entire
no, Tectone and Atsu in the same chat.
Tectone, and like I don't really know Enviosity that well. I see him every once in a while, but if I read the messages that Tectone is showing, it sure seems like Tectone isn't bullying him. So like you see kind of like how there's this weird dissonance about how he makes this big long tweet thread about how bad Tectone is, and then Tectone posts the DMs that he sends to Enviosity, and they're universally positive, and also, by the way, not reciprocated by Enviosity. And it would be so easy for Enviosity to explain exactly, like, as if there were any other DMs, couldn't Enviosity logically just post those DMs as well to disprove what Tectone is saying? But we're not seeing that happening.
That's true.
So I find this to be very curious, especially whenever Enviosity, like, if I read this, there are almost no false narrative and told his audience that everything he did was just friendly banter. I never reciprocated those feelings back to him. Hell, he even assumed he followed me on Twitter.
Put in my Discord that I'm live.
Okay.
Well, I would like to know. I don't know why the fuck he's saying because he followed me on Twitter, it instantly made us friends.
He assumed that. Yeah, I don't know why. I have no idea. But let me just read the other one because this is actually a clip. This eventually led me into a panic attack I've had on stream where, because it was on the internet, he now uses that to antagonize me more. Okay, so here's going to be the clip. We'll look at it right here.
So what caused this? This is from like
Because Envy gets one guy a lot and gets riled up real easy. Like that one time where people asked him if he was going to join my game show and then he cried on stream. Enviosity's going to cry. So what caused?
Okay. Do we want to keep going?
Is that
I think we should see the whole thing.
That's the whole thing.
That's
No, as in the whole thread.
okay. Watched the session with him and Dr. K and thought he would finally change. And then finally have empathy. He'd understand the importance of mental health in this economy over years, especially when the constant bullying results in severe outcomes. And the bullying example he used is like, literally, he said that Envy got one guy to cry
What's
on
up,
stream,
Obaste?
which is apparently what happened, right?
No, because repeated commentary over the past 3 years, negative commentary directed towards
Right.
him, I would say that's more akin to bullying.
Okay, so
Where is it?
3 years
Where is
is
it?
insane.
Where is it?
What's up, guys? We're gonna be reacting to this because, bro, this is
You're asking
fucking
me to
this
go
is wild.
through the last 3 years of Tectone's VODs to find clips of him dunking on Envy?
Yeah,
Isn't
like
that the
everyone
same
else
thing
did to you.
asked me to do when I told you
Yeah,
exactly what-
exactly, bro.
Well, I mean, to be fair, and you mentioned this earlier, is
Dude,
that you
this-
said that
I
you
had to go live.
appreciated
This
the
is
fact
comedy, bro.
that I did not
Asmon
take
is asking the
assumptions on
right questions
anything,
and actually is
and I
fucking
looked for
cooking
the
the shit out of
evidence
him.
of
Yeah,
every
right.
Let me go
single
get some
statement
water
that
for
was
them.
made against you. And now, yes, if you want me to believe something that you are saying, you do in fact have to prove it. And I'm not going to just say, over 3 years, these things have happened. I'm sorry, but this is just really not a strong argument to me. And I also
Okay, I
made
think
that
that's
argument
fair.
for you, too.
No, I think that's fair.
Okay. We'll look at the rest of
Oh,
these.
I know. There's
Yeah.
more than Asmon stream. I've been
Fast
reacting to
forward,
this
we
shit
finally
since
squashed
yesterday.
the beef and a load of stress
I've seen
was
like all
relieved.
20
Maybe for
plus
once we
people
can
that have
move
come
on.
out
We've made
against
peace, okay?
Atsu.
And then that was until shortly I found after that he just kept attacking me despite me
But
not doing
Asmon
anything
has
to
him
Thus
on
the cycle
stream right now,
continued.
talking
Okay,
to him
so
with
this is a
Tectone in a
clip
call.
of Atsu talking
Yeah,
about
I
it.
was watching him, Dash. Yeah, I know. I've been watching all of it all day.
Tectone Envy beef was happening. And I was like, I'm sure I can fix this. I'm sure I can help mediate this. And I thought I did. Because I thought they quashed it.
I haven't gotten any work done today because of this.
Sorry.
And I was like, I'm sure
I
can
haven't
fix
gotten
this.
any work done today
I'm
because
sure
of this.
I can help mediate this. And I thought I did. Because I thought they quashed it. And it was quashed. But
Bro
then he-
lost
then
the
Tectone-
argument of him being traumatized when he brought
he
Tectone's
opened it
wife,
again. He
ex-wife,
started
into it, which had
shitting
nothing to
on
do with
Envy
anything.
again. So I'm like, what can I do? What can anyone do? You know, like he always ends up starting shit.
So, Envy
Hold
posted...
on, following this clip.
Oh, I'm not going to watch the clip with Tectone and his wife. I'm
Yeah,
not going
no.
to watch that.
Oh no, that's fine. No.
Yeah,
No,
that's has
yeah.
nothing to do with
Following that initial clip where I talked about Tectone opening his mouth after they supposedly quashed the beef,
Yeah.
I would just like to ask Tectone directly in front of Asmon's
Tech-
chat, my chat.
Yeah, Techie's not
whoever
live, so
your
I
viewers
forgot to
are
go live
watching.
for him.
Would you say you've never gone and
The end
dunked
of
on
the stream.
Envy after that point?
Of course, because he
By
was dunking on
dunked
him
Envy,
too.
Do you mean state the acts that he has done on stream that has caused me?
No,
issue?
just made like petty comments or throw shade.
They
Would you
both
say
did it
Pat
to each
Powell
other.
being Mint picker. Yes, I do say mint picker.
Yep.
And is that the only thing you've said about Envy in a negative
What else has
light?
he said, bro?
What are you implying that I've said? Are
No,
you
no,
saying that I said that he's
I
overly
want to ask
sensitive?
you, do you personally feel that you have only, or you've never said any other negative comments about Enviosity?
All right, let's think
Since-
about the
since
negative
the
things
pod.
I've said. Okay, mint picker, overly sensitive.
Dude, mint picker sounds so racist.
Surprise at everything. That should summarize about everything. Now, the reason why I say that is because that's how it is.
Okay, so do you not think there's any validity in when he says, as someone who should, you know, as someone who's advocated for mental health, that those kind of comments are not helpful?
Do we think it's helpful as a guy who advocates for mental health to bring up my ex-marriage on a?
I said this
in a
on
fucking
Twitter.
Twitter post.
I said this on Twitter.
I don't think that's the case, but you're deflecting from my question.
No, he's
It's-
not.
it's a yes
If
or no
anything,
question.
Enviosity is deflecting
I've given
here.
you my answer. I don't think
Sure.
the clip
I
there is
think-
not good.
I think the things that I've said to him are pretty much takeable by anybody on planet Earth.
Yep.
They've never once claimed to
Yep.
be a nice guy.
Bro, are you kidding me? Tectone
We
sees
don't
me
have
in a
we
video
don't
and
have
tells
any
me
clip of
to
this.
shut the fuck up, you bald bitch, because
There's
people
no
think
clip of
I'm
this.
you
We
and
haven't
don't
seen
say
anything.
dumb
Something
shit.
outrageous
He's
that I said.
literally
I don't
said that on a
wanna
video, and
see-
I
don't
fucking
wanna hear
laughed. I
about
find it funny.
what somebody
If he
said.
ever said
I
that to
wanna see it.
Enviosity,
If
oh
I can't
my
see it
lord,
didn't happen.
Enviosity might be in a mental asylum after that.
No,
Like,
I
Jesus.
respect
The
that.
only-
but
the only
I
thing I've
just
ever heard
wanted
him
to
call
ask
was a
Tech
mint
and have
picker,
that
that's
on
about it.
record because I want to know where he stands on this. And I'm not saying
Are you
Envy
there
is
on,
completely innocent
on
either,
Twitter
'cause
or
Envy also
YouTube?
retaliated
I need to
as
post
well.
on
But, like,
YouTube that
obviously I don't have
I'm
clips
live.
in my hands
Sure.
right now. You know, I've come into this call. I don't come in here with like clips of Tectone
I
and
get that.
Envy, so I can't just summon that. Maybe your chat can, maybe my chat can, but I don't know if it's okay if we can ask the chats to look for clips.
If
but-
people find something like that, that's fine. But I mean,
Okay.
I do definitely think that it is way, way, way beyond the scope, because like, again, like even in this clip, Atsu, you're not referring to like any specific thing that was said. It's,
Nope.
and I think that this is a very common theme here, is that there is like just this implication of a preponderance of evidence
Yep.
that whenever you actually try to find it, it's like a mirage.
Yep.
The closer you get, the more it disappears. And we're not seeing any real evidence here. And I want to see evidence. Like, I don't care. Like,
No,
so
I
so
agree.
if for example, Tectone says free-to-play players are mint pickers, no, I'm not going to take this as Enviosity being attacked because he's a free-to-play player. That's insane. That is like a person that has that little self-control
Should not be a
should
content
get
creator.
off the fucking internet.
Yep.
And should not be a content creator.
Yep, because they
And
don't
I
have
mean
thick
that
enough skin.
in the most empathetic way possible.
Yeah.
This is a level of like I don't know, like fucking like padded room behavior
Yeah.
that is just not acceptable. Like you can't be that sensitive and then expect everybody else to conform around it. It's
Yep.
completely selfish.
I agree.
So I'll go back. I'll read the rest of these. Okay.
I'm glad he didn't watch the thing with his wife
I was
because
disappointed in myself. I wasn't able to find this information out sooner. Warning: what a shameless human behavior he has displayed has made me lose any ounce of respect I had for him. I feel less anger now. Instead, feel disgust and pity for him. Sadly, due to my past trauma, under duress, I made hot-headed statement of I should be the only one being praised for free-to-play in Genshin
Yep.
to the recent
Yes, you did.
Genshin drama. And I want to bring this point back to my original point that I made, that free-to-play players act like they are Jesus on the cross.
Yep.
They act like they're the ones that are going through it.
Yep.
And I think that him saying that implies that
Bro,
he is
even
pushing that
I'm
narrative.
smaller
And
than
whenever
all of these
he's
creators.
pushing
And
that
even
narrative,
I get
the
people in
implication
my
is that the people that
stream.
are not
They're
doing
like, oh,
it
you
are
didn't
not
clear
playing it
golden
the real
gears
way,
yet?
and they
Well,
suck.
I'm free to play,
Because
and
it's
I
in
already
Lost
cleared
Ark,
it.
it was
You know,
it's
it's
apparently in Genshin,
just the way
it was
the
in
gacha
Star
community
Rail,
is.
It was in
I've had
fucking
people
Diablo
beat me in
Immortal.
7 Deadly Sins
So
Grand
there it
Cross
is.
PvP, and they're like, oh, I'm free to play, by the way. Like,
Would
you know?
like the clip of him saying that?
Sure.
Sweet. It's pretty funny, actually.
Okay, let's play
oh
it.
my god. Just pretty funny, actually. I've seen this clip like 100 times already today.
All right, let's see if I can find it real quick.
Bro, I was supposed to be editing.
Let me just, I'll read the rest of these.
Free to
They
play,
were
by the way.
right,
Yeah,
it
it's just
wasn't
how the
me.
gotcha
I'm not the
community
best at
is.
articulating my
I'm
emotions.
gonna be
and
editing while listening to this.
Ashamed to admit that, especially when dealing with anxiety and trauma live inside of me. I look back at that moment and everything is a blur. Okay. Sadly, I can't erase people's first impressions, and I apologize for that. I'm upset. I allowed constant harassment to affect me, his constant harassment to affect me this much. Like, don't you find this to be problematic that Enviosity makes an entire tweet thread just constantly referencing constant harassment, but there's never any indication of that harassment
And then
happening?
not only
other
that, but
than
then he
a
brings up
title,
Tectone's
and then
ex-wife, which
Tectone
has
saying that
nothing
Enviosity
to
got
do
one
with
guide
what
on
is
stream
going
and
on.
cried, which is true.
Like, at
Because
all.
you would assume that if the harassment
So
was
who's
constant,
instigating what?
that there would be more than 2 examples that are
Yeah,
extremely
I stopped playing
vanilla.
Genshin a year ago, too. That was so over the line, it's crazy.
Like,
I think that's fair. No, I think that's fair.
Okay. And so,
Dude,
Good link, Asmon, if you wanna watch
all right.
this.
Asmon is cooking this mother. And you know what's sad is like Asmon
Let me
at
pull
first
this
was like, you know, I'm gonna be unbiased, and like, and he was calling Tectone and them out and Brax, and was like challenging everything and all that stuff. But now he's starting to see like, okay,
I should be the
this is
only
ridiculous.
motherfucker getting praise in the Genshin community because I don't spend money on Genshin Impact.
I mean, maybe he's right. Maybe we shouldn't make videos about the game. Maybe we should stream.
Was it just that small clip?
Yeah, it actually goes a little bit further than that, but that's pretty much the gist of it.
Okay, I'm just looking to see if there's any more of it. But yeah,
Sure,
no,
my
that's
chat has it. They'll send it.
yeah, I'm sure. Okay. All right, so
So I'm banned. Envy deleted the clip.
he
I
deleted the
probably would be
clip.
too. I mean, he just. Okay.
Wow.
Thank you, my peers, community. I've had my back for years. Never acted once. Stuck by my side. There's only one common denominator in this distress, and we already know the outcome of this tweet. Since we know this cycle many times, he'll continue to defend, deflect, and villainize. The unnecessary harassment will continue. Nothing will change. I've learned over the years that if I defend myself, I'll anger him. If I don't defend myself, I'll anger him. Can we swatch the beef? He'll continue to shit talk me. It's a triple lose situation. This is my piece. So this is my opinion. I think that Enviosity took a disagreement. I think this guy has a massive fucking persecution complex.
Yeah,
I do.
he has a victim complex.
Because he's constantly thinking that people are going
He constantly
to harass
victimizes
him.
himself.
He's constantly thinking about how the community perceives him.
Yep.
And how people are giving him credit for being free to play.
Yep.
Like this is crazy.
Yep.
This is not
All
what
over a
person of
fucking
sound
gotcha
mind
game.
would
Isn't
do.
that fucking crazy?
And he's escalated this all the way up to the point in his mind of thinking that it is appropriate to, inside of a disagreement over a video game, bring up a person's previous marriage.
Yep. Which was fucked up.
Like this is like 5 degrees of removal above anything like mint picker or free to play, like something like that. Like that
Free to play,
you
by
got
the way.
one guide on stream. Like which
Yep.
one is worse? Bringing up, somebody's previous marriage, then calling them a horrible person, or calling them a mint picker in Genshin. Like, I'm sorry, but like any sympathy that I could have for this person doesn't exist.
Yep. I agree.
Let me see if I can find this.
Atsu literally
Okay,
doesn't know what to say.
This is it.
There's so many soft motherfuckers on the internet, bro. It's crazy.
So here's the full clip.
So, why do I have people on Twitter trying to tell me, Envy, why are you not speaking up about it? As if a YouTube video is going to do anything about it. As if 1 star in Google Classroom is going to do anything about it. As if unfollowing Genshin Impact is going to do anything about it. I should be the only motherfucker
that the
getting
wrong clip?
praise
Oh,
in
okay,
the
there it
Genshin
is.
community because I don't spend money on Genshin Impact. If you want a company like HoYoverse to actually listen to you and let you and listen to your
While
fucking
while
concerns,
he is right to a certain point where not spending money, like I said yesterday during the drama yesterday, if you want Genshin to change, stop spending money. But also, you continuing to log in and play the game looks good to their investors when they still have millions of people playing. If you want the game to listen, do not log in.
I want to remind you that
A YouTube video is not gonna fucking do
is in
shit,
response
all right?
to 2 commenters on his tweet with 4 likes.
Persecution complex, as I said. I think that this
Yeah.
person's not well in the head. They probably shouldn't stream. That's what my opinion is about this guy. I mean, Atsu, do you think I'm wrong?
Yes, he's gonna
I
say
wouldn't
yes.
call it a persecution complex. I have talked to him. I said he can be overly sensitive at times.
Do you think
and
this
have
person
his
is a-
emotional outbursts? But I don't think that invalidates him as a content creator. I also think that it's also not necessary to make comments about other creators repeatedly. And I know you're gonna say, "Where's the evidence? Where's the clips?" But I don't have them on hand. But I'm just giving my opinion. I'm not accusing you of that or
Yep,
accusing
pretty much.
Tech of that
Cut
right
off.
now. That is my stance. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think that, again, if you're a content creator, you're putting yourself out there, and you are this thin-skinned that you're going to make a long tweet thread and have a panic attack over something like this. This is just simply not a man of a sound mind. I don't think any person...
I love how Asmon just
healthy mind and
fucking
body
says
would
it how it
behave this
is,
way.
bro. I
This
swear.
is very weird.
Yep.
And
True.
so I don't really view any of what Enviosity is saying as credible at all.
Yep.
I think that these are... This is completely overblown. And again, if it's not, then I want to see the evidence. In the same way that I asked for evidence for your situation.
Yeah, no, yes.
And so
I think from what you've seen, like, your take is very reasonable.
Yes.
Obviously, I don't have like the last 3 years of the Tectone Envy back and forth
Right.
on me right now. It might surface at some point, but like I don't have that on me right now.
So
But
what do you?
This
what do you
is
think
so
I said?
like
Sorry.
middle school, bro. It's fucking
I just-
insane.
well, like, I'm gonna say this again because I've said it earlier, but I am just aware that you have consistently made remarks about him in negative manners. Consistently, like not just like irregularly, like it's a consistent thing that, and it's
Bro,
public
like,
that you
this is
dislike
like
Envy, and you
junior
have made
high,
numerous
middle
comments about him
school
in
shit.
a negative fashion.
Not even a high
And
school
I
drama.
would not say it's a
You
basis
called
claim,
me a
and of course,
nitpicker.
I don't have the quote-unquote evidence on me at hand
Teacher.
right now that
Atsu
when
being
you
the teacher.
say something bad about
Like,
Envy,
it's so fucking
obviously gonna send
cringe,
toxicity
dude.
his
Like,
way.
oh my god.
and of course he doesn't deal
I'm
with
gonna,
that well.
dude. People are trying
So
to
does
disagree
Envy
with me.
have
This
thin skin
is
or
all
thinner skin for a
Ziox's
content
fault.
creator? I definitely think so. I've talked to him about this. I
Ziox
think
started
he
all of this.
Can be too sensitive sometimes.
That
and
tweet
sometimes can be
saying the
a bit
duality
too
of
much in
man
his own
showing
head,
Doro
but
and
I
Tectone
also don't
is
think
what started
that
this fucking
you're
is what
helping that
started this.
situation, Tech.
Bro was
when
probably
you
just sitting there with
talk about
popcorn,
him
like,
in a
damn, I
negative
really
manner.
fucked shit up for this community.
What
Holy
are these
shit.
things that I'm saying?
People should be going at
But
him.
that's what I'm saying. I just said,
Like, what
I
the
don't
fuck?
have
You're the one
the
starting all the dramas,
evidence
bro.
on
This was
hand, but
supposed to
whenever
be
you
about
say, like, oh,
Genshin.
Envy's a crybaby,
The whole
or
thing with
Envy's a mint
Genshin's
picker, especially, like, the crybaby one,
you
I
know,
think is
3 summons
pretty, you know,
and
like, it's-
like people
it's
wanting
cool, man,
change for
like, you know
Genshin.
what
That
the
whole
deals are
shit
gonna
is
do, like,
completely
they're gonna
out the
go
window now.
just like
No
this
one
one,
even
and
gives a
it's
fuck
fine
about
all the
that
time.
anymore. No one's even
But
talking about it
again, like,
anymore.
I
And you
don't
know what?
have
Hoyoverse
this
is
of
probably
your
like,
viewers, like, that's one,
yes,
that's
my
what you're gonna
minions,
ask.
please
And
fight
I feel
amongst
like
each
that's
other
unreasonable
and forget
to ask
about our
right now.
fucking
It's
3
reasonable
single
to
summons
ask,
we
but
gave you.
also, obviously, you know, I
Like,
don't have that on
what
hand
the
right now.
fuck, dude?
Okay, so I would like to go even further. So another thing you'd like to say earlier on your stream is that you said that I needed proof of Zadjeff consistently harassing me. He's one of your friends, yes?
Yep.
Would you like clips?
Yeah.
All right.
So I would like to just go ahead and preface this.
Yep.
Over 3 years ago, we had this drama with some Jinx and Tuner shenanigans, and this guy essentially
long
left the
stuff.
platform. This guy essentially left the platform because Zhongli Meditakes. We had a discussion about them, and he left the platform because of Zhongli Meditakes. And so this guy, because I get blamed for these guys quitting. This guy called Zadjeff is just in his stream, and he says this quote. Now, this one I won't be able to prove, but don't worry, I have some other stuff.
Okay.
Where he says that I have abused my wife, that my wife should leave me, that he thinks I'm lying about being homeless,
Which is none of his
that I am
business.
the biggest manipulator in the Genshin Impact community. So I bring this to Atsu's attention, and he says, "Where's the proof?" Okay. So I went back through 3 years of VODs. 3 years, Atsu. 3 years. And this
Bruh.
guy has been consistently backseating and theory crafting my life for 3 years. Now, I would like to make the point that absolutely nobody has ever called this motherfucker out, even though he's one of the biggest content creators in the community. Because apparently it is absolutely fine when people shit on me. So we'll just go ahead. Oh, and also, there's also this misconception that goes around where OTK got me out of debt.
They
I don't
actually
know
put him
where
in
the
debt.
fuck that spawned from, but that shit is
Even
insane.
Zach's laughing.
We didn't give this fucker any
I
money.
think
We didn't give
the
this
odd
fucker any
thing
money.
was, didn't he say Mizkif helped you with financial stuff?
No, what happened was OTK wanted me to move to the United States, so I had to buy a house that I could not afford.
The motherfucker Atsu
Joining
doesn't even know
OTK
what he's
is what
talking
put
about.
me
That's the
into debt.
crazy part. He's talking shit and he doesn't even know what he's talking about.
Do we have the clip?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I never stated that OTK saved you from debt. I was just referencing.
No, but
Yeah.
Zajeff
Tweet.
did.
Do we-
and
do we have the clip?
Enviosity did it, or Fob did, whatever Fob did.
But you also corroborated what he said from his tweet in your stream.
He's a manipulator. Atsu's
Because-
a manipulator. He's manipulative as fuck.
If that's the
I
case,
always get the
apologize,
vibes from
but
him
I
that he was
believe
two-faced
You misconstrued the
fuck
intention
and
of
fake.
that tweet, which was an appeal.
I'm very good
to
at reading people.
empathy,
Okay.
Which I also got from some people from the Final Fantasy
which
16
is-
event.
You should
And
not go
I
after
don't-
someone else's livelihood. I'm
I
assuming
didn't
what
really
Fob
talk
was
to
trying
them
to tell you
there or
was,
after.
If someone's helped
When
you
I
with
got
your
invited to the
livelihood,
Square Enix Final
you
Fantasy
should know
16
better
event.
than to go after someone else's livelihood. Right,
Right,
like
so-
if you've had like been in that difficult situation with your livelihood, then you know you should have that empathy to know not to go after someone else's.
Can we
So
can
you're
can we
implying-
can we
Go ahead.
cut to the part where we look at the clip?
Yes, I would also.
I
like
want to see the
fix
clip
it.
because we're talking about what a tweet said. And I don't even know the tweet.
Sure.
Okay. Can you? Oh fuck. Okay, I'm just gonna be able to play the audio. Is that okay?
Yeah, you're good.
Why?
It's not my fault.
So these are clips of who is this person?
This guy's called Zajeff.
Zajeff, and he's got long hair. He looks like he's got hair. It's about as shitty as mine. He looks like me, but he's about 50 more pounds. Is that about right?
What does that have to do with
Okay,
anything?
got it. All right, here we go. Let's see it.
What does that have to do with anything, Asmon?
Can't help it. Look, it's not my fault. It's just an internet persona, chat. It's just an internet persona. You know, Forrest Tectone has told you. It's just a persona. His name is John. I think.
Okay, that's the first clip. Let's see the second one.
Asmon, I don't think you have the clip pulled up on your stream.
I don't because I have Discord on a second computer, so I never leak
okay,
Discord.
Okay. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah,
my
I
bad.
can only play the audio. I apologize, guys.
Realistic guy, and I feel like his takes are very, very, very good. I do.
Whoa, shit. Tectone said that OKCode's takes were really, really, really good. And OKCode said that my takes were good. Wait. That means Tectone thinks that the take that my takes are good is a good take.
I would just like to.
Therefore,
I would just like to say
Tectone
that motherfuckers like this are the reason why I stopped making content on Genshin, even though my Genshin content was doing really good right in the beginning.
tweet out dog shit.
I remember making like a guide on Ganyu too, and people were just like shitting on me, other creators and viewers, and what I said about her ended up coming true. So
Right? Yeah.
she's a sub DPS.
And again, right, I'm not saying
So this.
can you
this
be
stuff is
added to
very
the
important.
call.
Do you mind pausing this for a second?
No, I would rather not.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So this clip is very important because I was also accused of forcing another content creator on my stream because of those messages in their chat. And I said that I humiliated them and I harassed them in our chat and I invited them on my stream by bullying them. So I don't know if there's any way you can show those DMs on screen. But yeah.
These are messages that Tectone sent. I'm going to read them word for word. They're in Twitch chat. Tectone, hey, out of curiosity, do you hold the same opinions on Zhongli as Jinx? I 100% agree with the state of mind and I don't think of it as
Yeah,
a
people
bad
always gonna
call.
talk
Out
shit.
of curiosity, would you
But
be
the whole content,
open to
like-
coming on my stream sometime?
Hold on.
If you're still streaming, and then you did an emote, I think it was Techie Poggers, and
What's
then
up, Flo?
you say you want to talk real quick on, and then the rest of it is cut off. And this is being construed as you bullying him?
Yeah, this was me bullying and harassing him to come on my stream. which
Okay,
Zajef
well,
and
let
many
me
other
go
content
ahead.
creators-
Right.
Yep.
Okay, so
You
I'll
also
go
tweet
ahead
that
and finish the clip.
watching the drama live.
No. See, I can do this because I don't care if people
Sorry.
I don't even know what this is.
Yeah, I
What's
don't-
even saying?
I don't know.
right? Yeah. And
So
again,
this
right?
was me going into his stream and attempting to have a conversation with Zajef after he was going live, telling people that I was physically abusing my wife.
Okay.
And this was
I'm
him
not-
reading my message, essentially just letting you know that he read that and fully processed it and still doubted that.
Okay.
Saying,
Could we
Can you be
replay
added
the
to the-
first clip because I had your stream muted while you had it on. I didn't realize.
Well, it's in the
You,
Discord
you had
chat.
it
You
on.
can just look at
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the fourth one. Okay, here's the last clip.
your dad was verbally abusive and drove you to extreme measures, but you never used that as a crutch to mistreat other people. It's very mature of you.
I've seen this clip.
I feel like that guy's kind of weird. I mean, I don't know. Like, so
Yep, he is
what
very weird.
What does this guy have to do with anything? Like, what is this?
So essentially, it's just very interesting that Atsu's friends are allowed to blast me and blast me and blast me. And I can take it because I don't cry on stream. But because I say mint picker towards another streamer, I'm fucking Hitler, bro.
Okay. Yeah, I think that it's kind of weird for him to say that. Like, bringing up any personal stuff is obviously it's a bit much.
A
right?
lot of
It's
them are doing
obviously
that to
a bit
Tectone, and
much.
Tectone's not bringing up any personal thing to
well,
them. That's
well,
the
look,
difference.
I mean,
Like, that's the clear
enviosity
distinction
stuff,
when you
like,
look at it.
why are we
All
even
of these
talking
people
about
are
this?
bringing up
I was
like
about
personal
to
stuff
ask
with
one of the
Tectone.
big
Oh,
things
he's
that
not
I
this
saw
nice
on the
to
wall.
people off
I
stream.
don't even know
Oh,
that that's
he's
about
making
him.
shit up
Enviosity
about
is
being
really
abused.
upset. I
Oh,
think
he's
that
a piece of shit.
totally in his own
Oh,
head.
his
This
the
is
way he
not a
treats his
person of
ex-wife.
sound
But they're
mind. He
what
says
Tectone is
Tectone
talking about
bullying him.
is
There's
Genshin
no
content
clip of
creators
that
and
other than a
content, not
screenshot and, like,
personal.
him talking about
And then the fact that people are
conflicts of
attacking
evidence,
him
which seemingly
on a
doesn't
personal
exist.
level and crossing a
Maybe it
line
does.
is
We'll have to
where
see in
everything
coming
just gets
days.
misconstrued.
Like,
Like,
but anyway,
It just invalidates everything that they say.
going
I
back
I
to
don't
the
care
rest
what
of
they say now
this,
because it has nothing to do with his
so
content or what
you-
he's saying about the
you
content
were
creation.
unhappy. Like, I want to like kind of wrap this up. Do you think that like a lot of the people that are criticizing you, Atsu, are like being fair?
Yes.
Do you think they're being fair?
Don't say no, bro. You know they're
Do
being
you have
fair.
a list of the people? I can go by one and be like fair, unfair, fair, unfair.
Well, what do you think are the fair and unfair things that people are saying?
Good question.
So there's one from Sip Stefan.
I went to sleep so late.
who
Best
I
because
think
of this
is
shit.
Just trying to insert himself here.
Uh-huh.
We had no real interaction. I blocked him because he was doing like a Keemstar misinformation, just spreading leaks, and that was his Twitter profile. I didn't want to see that, so I blocked him. I made a tweet saying, "All right, there's someone who's like acting, or something like someone acting like Keemstar, and everyone's eating up this misinformation." And it did turn out to be misinformation. By then, I already blocked him, so I don't know why he's really making a big fuss. I just blocked him. We've
Okay.
never interacted before that as well. So that's one of them. There's another one called Bub VT. This one is related to another content creator and like a romantic relationship between them. So I don't really want to speak on it, but I think
Sure.
that one is also unreasonable. Like if that person wants to speak on it, then they can speak on it. But it's not my place to say.
Sure.
Then we have Sakapoko, who's joining in the dog pile. But Sakapoko is the guy I told you earlier about, as in.
Oh,
like,
now you're
the
saying
guy
his
from the
name.
previous community. That.
Oh, now you're
did
saying his
the
name. You didn't want
whole
to say his name before. Now you're gonna
refund.
say his name.
like the
he's the one
third
that
party.
was like the
that
Google
one,
account.
So that one's just, in my opinion, dog pile. I would say I'm definitely starting to understand the Braxophone one more. I still feel like because he's put in so many insinuations in his tweet long ago, I can't say it's in necessarily
Nah,
good
bro,
faith.
you were
I
acting
can
like you're the
understand
main
that he
character.
has felt
Like I
isolated
can
to that
tell.
point and driven to that point.
You were acting like you were
Paranoia,
Gojo,
so
Satoru
I can say
Gojo, bro. That's
fair,
what you thought.
but not necessarily I agree with all of it because there's just a lot in there that his source is rumors, and for me it's basically my word versus his. He's accusing me of something. All I can say is, well, that's not true. And, you know, it's not like I can prove that's not true because he's accusing me of doing something. And then we have Tuna, I think, made a tweet as well. So Tuna is the one that Tech just mentioned because of this whole Zhongli drama.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's implying that he also quit because of me, which I think is fair. I think that's fair because I was pro Zhongli as well. And a lot of people got very heated over this discussion between this character that can create shields, which just saying this out loud just sounds great.
It sounds ridiculous, but so
it
why
does sound
why do they
ridiculous,
quit
yes.
because of you then?
Because I was very vocally, so I would.
You were an
Tech,
asshole.
Is it fair to say we were both like omega vocal about pros, like Zhongli is having a shield is good?
That is absolutely fair.
Yeah, like, and then that discourse. Well, they were the opposite of that discourse. So then, naturally, you have like the theory crafting side, and then you have, to be fair, neither me or Tech are theory crafters. So more like field crafters going at each other. Like the communities were just going at each other, and
this has been going on since yesterday.
They could not,
El Toro.
like the abuse they would receive or the comments they would receive was too much for them, so they stopped making content.
And this was over
is my understanding and recollection.
So
what do you define as abuse?
Well, I don't know because I was not like in their comment sections. I don't know what they received, but I would imagine they probably got like some KYSs. They probably got some you're idiots, you're worthless, that kind of stuff. I'm sure that must have happened.
Were you calling out this person Tuner explicitly, like by name, or showing them and being like, this person is wrong?
I honestly don't remember. I do remember making a comment on a theory crafter who hadn't made it to the final stage of the game, saying, like, whereas I had made it to the final stage of the game. So I was saying, like, you can't just take these people's words at face value when they haven't challenged the end game at the time.
Okay.
But I don't remember if that was him or not.
Okay.
Do you think it's a normal reaction to quit YouTube because some people disagreed with your theory crafting?
I would say disagree is putting it lightly. Like, if you get bombarded with a barrage of hate, then yeah, I can understand why people would not want to be part of that anymore.
Okay.
I think Jinx and Tuner are on the same level as Enviosity, that they got way too sensitive over what happened.
A lot of this other stuff is like really kind of hard to say.
You know,
it's interpersonal, etc.
Well, I don't really know much about that situation, so I can't really say much on that.
Gatekeeper to people getting sponsorships, right? I feel like that's the big accusation.
Yeah, let's go back to that.
Everything else is kind of like you know, it's
let's go back
not
to that.
really that big of a deal. Or I mean, at least
whoa. I wouldn't say it's not that big of a deal.
Comparatively to acting as
yes.
Okay, so and I do think that, like, even you did admit that because you were making lists of people and you would have that autonomy, that there were instances that you did effectively act as a gatekeeper. Is that correct?
I would not say that's gatekeeperish if I'm just selecting my friends. For example, it would be like if you went to HoYo versus like, we're OTK.
Sure.
Would you like to work with us?
Yeah. But the problem is when
I'm saying you're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to be here.
The problem is Brax went to you asking about a contract because he didn't know what he should do, and then you went right to HoYoverse and asked them if this was a thing, when
So if
quite
I'm doing these
obviously
things for
that was
friends of
probably
mine,
something that was
then
supposed to
they're
be
not going
discreet
to
and
other
probably
people and say,
NDA, where then
so if
HoYoverse told
created a
you,
list for a Genshin Impact
"Nah, I don't know what you're
event,
talking about.
and then
And
HoYoverse
then
used that list
Brax
for
said the
Star Rail,
deal
like
did
you
not
said,
go
Yeah.
through.
you are
Why
effectively
would
creating a
you,
list of
when
people
someone is
that
asking you
will be
for advice,
sponsored.
go
Now, is
to
this
HoYoverse
necessarily
about a contract? They're
faith
asking you advice for a contract. Why would you go
I
to
am not
HoYoverse
sure.
and then
But you
ask
can
your
see
contact that
why
is staff at
people would think
HoYoverse
that.
what this contract
Yes,
is about when it's very obviously
I do,
supposed to
but
be
I also feel
NDA
like-
and
so using the
no one's
OTK
supposed to know about
analogy,
it?
like, if
So what do you
you
think
guys
happened
went
when
up to
HoYoverse heard that,
and
if it
"Hi, we're
was a
OTK,"
thing?
I don't
They're
feel
quite
anyone
obviously going to be
should,
pissed
like, have
that
this entitlement
he's
to be like,
talking
"That
about a
was my deal,
contract
I
that
should
is
have been
supposed to be
included in the
NDA,
OTK
right?
roster when
And
they're
then
not
they
part of
probably
OTK."
said, never mind.
So I
Like
don't
that is
understand
where the issue
why
is. That
people
is where
have
you're
that
costing
entitlement
someone
in the
their
first place.
livelihood.
Like, I
Why the
understand
fuck
why they
would you
feel, "Oh, it
like
feels
that
bad
is
to be
like
left
people
out," or, "It
talking
feels
to
bad
me
not to be
about
part
like
of OTK
Granblue
to get
Fantasy
this
Reeling, for
deal."
example. I got a
But,
review
like,
code and me and Blitz have been
ultimately,
talking
you
back and
guys
forth
have
about the
formed a
game
group,
before
you're
we
pitching
even
your
started
group
playing the game.
to
That would be like
them,
me saying,
and it's not like
"Oh,
these other content
yo,
creators
I
or
got a
maybe
code and they're
another
paying me to
group
play
could
this
have
game,"
pitched
and then Blitz
themselves
going
They just
to
haven't taken the
you know,
initiative to
Psy
do
Games
so.
saying,
And
"Hey,
then to
my
then
friend
come out and
got a
be
code
like,
and he's being
"Oh, that
paid.
should have been for
Is this a
me,"
thing?" And then them coming to me
I
saying,
feel like
"Hey,
it's
we
just
told you
entitlement.
that you know
I
this
think
was a
that's true.
sponsored thing in
I think you're
NDAs,
right
and you
about
and
that.
told
But
someone,
the
so you know what, we're
implication
just gonna
is
change our
not
mind."
that they aren't
Like,
getting
what the
deals
fuck?
because of this. This was the fact that you were doing this with a group of friends. This is only supporting evidence for the accusation that people are bringing forward.
Oh, this is
that
this is getting
you
way
are
worse.
gatekeeping other people
Exom.
away, right, or causing them
As
to
you just
not
clearly
get
heard
deals
me
or
talk
not
about
be
just
able
now.
to interact with people that are at the company. Because that's really the
If we-
accusation. Because I agree with you.
That
yes,
achievement,
if
I know
you
what
get
you're
your
talking about.
friends in
How
on
did
a
we get
deal,
here?
this isn't necessarily some kind of bad thing. But the problem, however, and you have to admit that this is a problem, whether it's you know, like OTK or anybody doing this, right? Is that if you have some sort of exclusive
I
relationship
want to go back to that after.
with a
I'm
you
pretty
know,
sure
some
it's
other
like
company,
2 hours and 30
and
minutes.
you are only getting deals for your friends, this is absolutely favoritism.
Yep.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I'm so glad that he's dude. This
And
music.
so I think that really
Asmongold,
it's,
this music,
I think
bro.
people had the concern not that it was being used in a positive way, but in fact that it was being used in a negative way. And you can see why Brax would think that, given his...
that's why I'm saying I understand where Brax is coming from, but to give more context, I think the OTK analogy is good because you guys are all big content creators.
Sure.
Right, and a lot of times the people that they pick, I don't get picked for every single event, by the way. I don't know where this narrative has come from, but
hopefully
I
after
also
this
don't
you
live
don't
in
get picked for
America,
any
so I
of them.
miss out on tons of stuff.
Okay.
But the ones that get picked a lot are often, they just happen to be the largest content creators. So Tuanto, Anthony Chan, they're just very big content creators and they get picked frequently, which I don't think is surprising because they're just big creators.
Yeah.
Now, when I'm with them and I'm friends with them, of course, I can see why some people are like, oh, you're mixed in with them. And that's why Brax made a comment like, Atsu's not like the biggest creator, he's not the cheapest creator. So, but at the same time, I'm like, just thinking, well, it makes logical sense for the biggest creators to get sponsored.
Except for Tectone and
like
Envy.
repeatedly. Yeah, except for Tectone and Envy
Right.
because they're blacklisted.
And so there is a
I
blacklist.
thought I
and
was
so
too,
if
but not
people
anymore
thought
because
that
I
I
was
would
covering
assume
leaks
so,
for a
yeah.
little
of
while.
course, right, naturally. And I think that, again, people had the concern that if you are expressing that you don't like people like Brax, that would maybe extend to a blacklist on them as well.
Yes, no,
The $10
I think
Jays
that's
reward
fair.
shit.
Right.
That's more than Genshin would give you.
I think
So-
that like having that assumption in the first place is fair.
Yeah. I think that we've pretty much covered everything. I'm gonna be honest. Is there anything else that we need to go over? Anything
gonna go
else we
back
need
and look
to
at this stuff.
say? I don't know. I think Tectone's still here. Did we miss anything? Atsu, did we miss anything?
Tech.
Oh, no, I'm chilling, bro.
Okay.
I mean, I think this all just boils down to is that this community hates each other. And I think it also boils down to is that
Yep.
there are a lot of content creators who are overly sensitive,
Yep.
who project their own insecurities onto other people, and the moment you say anything, they freak the fuck out. And I think it would be better if these people just would not talk to each other. And I think that would probably be for the best.
I also agree.
I think that if you are a content creator in a public space, you should expect to have people talk about you. I think the idea that you have the you are entitled to have people not comment on what you project publicly is completely narcissistic
Yep.
and entitled.
And insecure.
I think that it's only self-serving and it's completely unfair. If you post things online, you should expect to have people react to them for better or for worse.
Yep, like I'm
And that
reacting
goes
to this
with
right now.
That's fair.
So Enviosity doing this, especially like talking about it on stream, that's up to him, right? That's going to be him. But I think it's also unfair to say that like he's being bullied without a lot of receipts. And I think that really one of the big concerns that I have is that oftentimes these accusations are leveled against somebody, and the accusation is built on an assumption of what somebody said that they heard from another person that was in a clip that's deleted. And so you never really have, it's as I said, like it's like, you know, you go into this and you think that there's this mountain of evidence, and it's like an oasis that's a mirage. Like the closer you get to the evidence, the more it's just simply not there. And I think that that's the case with Tectone in a lot of cases. And Atsu, I think in a couple of cases, it's the case with you too. But especially with Tectone, because Tectone is constantly accused of being this tyrant for 3 years. And then whenever you actually get down to brass tacks, you look at the clips, you look at what's said, you look at the actual evidence, and it doesn't seem like that's the case. And I think that this is very problematic, that you have a constant deluge of criticism and hate on a person that's built off of an assumption of something that's not real, or at least not provably real. And so with any of this, I find to be very problematic. And I think anybody in your position, Tectone's position, anybody's position, this would be extremely frustrating for them. And so that's why I wanted to come on and kind of like actually get to the bottom of this and see what's really going on. But I think that really you cannot make videos on the internet and expect other people to not have an opinion on them. This is a level of narcissism that has started coming up in the last 5 years. And I'm going to be honest.
And it all started with Ziox's thread.
I agree.
Bro.
Daddy Asmon, bro, just.
Well, yo, thank you, Asmon.
There it is.
I'm gonna go the fuck to bed.
All right. Have a good night. Yep. All right, guys. I will see y'all later.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Thanks for talking. See ya. Oh, man. What a day. What a day. What a day.
We're going to go back and look at some of the other stuff.
God, I can't wait to start playing Genshin Impact. That's incredible. Oh, my God. JPEG drama. The worst part is that you're not wrong.
My heart rate.
Like, you're actually not wrong. It is incredible. This is going to be a long YouTube video? Yeah, that ending was weird as fuck. Well, the reason why I ended it that way is because a lot of the implications that are made, I don't have the evidence to just say, this is what happened. This is what they did for sure. And I don't like to accuse people of shit that I can't prove. Now, everybody does that, right? I've done that. But I was wrong whenever I did that, and I try not to do that. So that's really it.
Okay.
I try to be as fair as I possibly can be.
I want to go back.
Every single time, with every single situation.
Where he was cooking him.
Look at Envy's recent tweets, Sag.
Let me see.
What's this? He's bringing up. He's bringing up Tectone's Tectone's marriage with his ex-wife.
Again?
Because Tectone said that he picked flowers. he picked flowers in a video game being free to play. That's right.
Yep.
Yes. And this is the selfishness
What do you say?
of a person who is a read Atsu's response to Brax. Yeah, it was a mint picker. Yeah, there you go. And this is the problem with people that are overly emotional, like Enviosity, is that they are so overly emotional.
Wait a minute. Some think this is playful banter. It's not. We are not on good terms, by the way. But this is between me and him and our lawyers. Sorry for not wanting to talk about my personal life online. Some things shouldn't be used for content. Why is Enviosity retweeting this shit, bro? He is so fucking weird, man. Oh, it's fine. You can post about the car ride all you want. I'm sorry that you have to relive some of the pain. I was originally going to include the Reddit clip I found of the ride, but also wasn't sure if you're okay with it. I'm already all out there in the public, so I don't really mind at all. Being spread like wildfire right now anyway, so I can't escape that clip. So if ever helps your narrative, feel free to do. I mean, that's his ex. Why are you going after his ex-wife, man? It's so fucking weird. Like, why are you messaging his ex-wife to try and get dirt on him? They're literally going through divorce. That is so fucking personal on so many levels, and that has nothing to do with fucking Genshin content. That is so fucking weird, man. What the fuck is wrong with this dude? Holy fucking shit, dude. Oh, fucking cringe. I am free. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Holy shit. That's so fucking... Like, the dude is messaging his ex-wife. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, WEO for saying that, bro. Dude. Dude. I'm a fucking... Hold on. Dude, like, where I come from, I'm fighting you. Like, where I come from, if someone does shit like this to me, I'm fucking you up. I'm sorry. IRL. Not this online fucking petty, throw shots at each other, jab bullshit. If someone I knew IRL did shit like this to me, right, I would fuck their ass up, bro. I'm sorry. I know that's like way over the line for me to say, but like the way that he's taking this, he is taking this to such a personal level that I would get brought to the level of like, all right, I'm beating your ass now because now you're getting personal. Why are you messaging my ex-wife, trying to bring up like the whole video that he posted about, you know, yeah, it was Tectone being a dick in that. Sure, I've had moments where I've talked to my ex like that. There's been moments where my ex has talked like that to me. They're not together anymore. Yeah, you could say, oh, he was being toxic in a relationship. Well, maybe, just maybe, they weren't happy anymore and they felt like they were stuck because they literally moved to another country and they're living in a new fucking country and he's doing a subathon that's over 30 fucking days long and they can't even talk about their personal issues without being on camera because he was doing an uncapped subathon. So just maybe they were a little frustrated with each other and maybe he was more frustrated with her and maybe it came out a little bit. But even then, that is such a personal thing and it has nothing to do with the Genshin drama. Like, this is such a low blow to me. It actually pisses me off because I wouldn't consider myself like close friends with Tectone, but we're cordial, right? We're like acquaintances. We talk to each other here and there in DMs or whatever. We've done a video together. He's talked about getting me on the Gotcha podcast. Everything. I have literally messaged him about like ideas and like, you know, just content in general, help with content. And he is always such a good dude and he's always so nice to me. Yeah. Does he throw shots at me sometimes when he sees me on a video of like Road Killer? Yeah, but it's all in good fun. It's just, it's a fucking joke. Like, he's called you a fucking mint picker, bro. What is wrong with you? Are you fucking like, are you a little girl? Like, are you offended by such a fucking small comment? It's actually crazy to me. Holy fucking shit. This is insane to me. This is literally insane. I think this drama is a lot of it very childish and a lot of people are hitting below the belt and now attacking people on personal levels. I do want to just bring this on the stream now though, because Atsu now has what it seems like either apologized or said that he's going to delete the tweets that he made about everybody. Deleted the tweet. A lot of people advised me against it since people will spin it as you lost, or they'll spin it as the accusations are true. But following the Asmongold stream and talks with Amtash, it's evident that my comments and Braxophone's comments are implicating too many people and dragging them in. I believe Braxophone and I are going to have a private discussion whenever he feels comfortable to do so. That is how this should have been dealt with in the first place. My opinion. Deleted the ones with Tectone in them too. While we still have our extreme grievances, the shit happening right now is spiraling into extremely personal territory, and that is just really sad. It is very sad. It is very sad because now we even have, like, I don't want to bring this up again. I don't even know what to say about this. Like, this is supposed to be something that's so personal, and it's like being shared out and open like this, and this is like good for nobody. It's not good for Freem. It's not good for Tectone. It's not good for Pink. It's not good for anybody. And then you have Enviosity that is like also just spreading these comments too. Really fucking weird to me. What the fuck, dude? This is getting insane. Oh my god, dude. Jesus Christ. Like, oh my god. See, this is what I'm saying. You never know what's going on behind closed doors, right? You never know what's going on behind closed doors, and this is why you shouldn't judge somebody from face value, from what you see from them on the internet. Like, you don't know what Tectone's going through behind the scenes. Like, bro, they're like going through a divorce still. They got lawyers involved, like his dad and everything. Then he's got people attacking him online. You know, like, and it could be the same could be said for the people on the other side. I just think that a lot of this shit spiraled into a way bigger thing than it should have been. And honestly, like, this should have been settled in private, in DMs. I don't understand. Envy just getting involved in the middle of this just made it crazy, which is weird because for somebody who can't handle drama and can't handle like being called a mint picker, to then go and then like talk about his ex-wife and bring personal shit involved in that is fucking crazy to me. Makes him seem like such a hypocrite. I think this is blown out way out of proportion. This has gotten way too extreme. Hopefully by the time Star Rail 2.0 comes out, that this will be a afterthought and we can move on and, you know, get back to enjoying the games again instead of drama. Pretty much the start of all this drama was Zyox's tweet. Zyox's tweet was saying the duality of man when showing Doro's picture. And let me bring it up. I feel bad for Tectone too. Like I said, me and him aren't like the closest, but he is a friend of mine. I consider him a friend, or at least an acquaintance, right? He's helped me with stuff in DMs, right? We've talked, but whether it be about content creation or just like regular shit, you know, he was nice enough to do a video with somebody that is way smaller than him, right? And had a blast doing it. Had a blast talking to him. And then we've kept in touch since. He's talked about inviting me on the Gotcha Cast soon and shit like that. I mean, he's helping out a lot of smaller creators. I think he's a really good dude, and I think he gets way more hate than he deserves. This is what started it all. The duality of man. Like, bro, come on. You had to have known. The fact that he didn't delete this is insane. 3.5 million people. Have you seen this? You know, he knew what he was doing, I feel like. There's no way he didn't know what he was doing. Yeah, I don't know. This is what started it all. The duality of man showing Doro excited and Tectone saying that 4.4 looks underwhelming, which I agree. 4.4 does look underwhelming. And then it started the whole thing where like Tectone's like, people need to be more criticize Genshin more, and instead of being fake on YouTube and then complaining about it behind closed doors, maybe use your platform to say that there's things wrong with the game that need to be improved, or the game will never be improved. And he started calling some people in Genshin face yes men, which I agree, right? I agree. I'm friends with Doro too. Like, we're cool. And but I do agree. I am back, Techie. Welcome back, bro. And yeah, I don't know. This is how it all started. I think, like I said, it's blown up way out of proportion. I think it's getting ridiculous, and hopefully this drama sorts itself out soon.